At the flagpole end of the stadium, Pine Tree High School students will be meeting with Henderson High School students for the traditional friendship exchange. This exchange is a symbol of the friendly sportsmanship in tonight's game as we welcome the Henderson students, coaches, teachers, administrators, parents, and staff to our stadium. Pine Tree will be represented by leadership members and Lindale represented by student council members. Ladies and gentlemen, we are also celebrating academic excellence tonight. At the 50-yard line is the National Merit semifinalist for Pine Tree. The National Merit Scholarship Program begins with the preliminary SAT or PSAT exam, which is the National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test. More than 1.5 million students in the nation tested during their junior year of high school. Semi-finalists scored in the top 1% of the nation's high school seniors that are tested. Tonight, Pine Tree Superintendent Steve Cluxton and Pine Tree High School Principal Beaver Krause will honor our recipient with a plaque. Our Pine Tree High School semi-finalist for 2025 is Creed L. Ray. He is joined tonight by his mother, Jolene Ray, his father, Robert R. Ray, his grandmother, Betty Ray, and grandfather, Robert C. Ray. Let's give Creed a well-deserved round of applause for his accomplishment. We want to remind everyone that this game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the University Interscholastic League. Regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, all of the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence. We ask that as a spectator you consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, and athletes has put forth. Cheer these young athletes, applaud them, but do not through any of your actions that cause them to doubt the value of athletics. By your conduct, allow these young people to feel pride in their communities and school. While your sportsmanlike actions may play only a small part in the outcome of this game, it will play a greater role in continuing to encourage competitive athletics. We also ask that you show your appreciation for the students who will be taking part indirectly in tonight's game. The cheerleaders, the bands, the drill teams, and the students who have supported their teams at home and away. These young people play an integral part in their team's success. The officials for this game have been mutually agreed upon by school officials for both schools. Their role is not unlike those of players, coaches, teachers, and school administrators. Without them, this game would not be possible. Their knowledge and application of the rules are a result of annual testing, years of study, and continual participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game. We ask you as students, parents, and citizens to demonstrate the kind of respect for these officials you would extend to any dedicated person in a position of responsibility. This means that you as a fan should not criticize the players on either team. You should not boo the officials. You should not have alcoholic beverages on public school grounds, since it is a violation of state law. You should be courteous to the visiting fans. You should cheer for your team. And you should show respect for injured players on both teams. Sportsmanship is a vital part of athletics, and the University Interscholastic League and its member schools are dedicated to promoting sportsmanship around the state. We hope that you will enjoy the game and support both of these teams in a positive and sportsmanlike manner. that we do have a no re-entry policy here at Pine Tree Stadium. If you do have to go outside the gates for any reason after you've entered, you will need to purchase another ticket to re-enter the facilities. Senior football players have put in hours of hard work on the field, and our athletic trainers have supported them every step, ensuring they stay in top shape. The Pine Tree Pride Marching Band and Color Guard has spent countless hours preparing their halftime shows, while the precision drill team members have worked tirelessly to perfect their routine ahead of time. Our cheerleaders have been a constant force of spreading school spirit at games, events, and competitions. The Bucks have shown their passion by running flags and carrying the helmets, symbolizing our school's pride. Our yearbook editors have been hard at work since summer, capturing memories for everyone, and the culinary arts team has kept everyone well fed, and our audio-video crew has brought the magic of each game to life here at Pine Tree Stadium. Thank you, seniors, for your dedication and impact. You'll always be powered for life. Up first will be the seniors for the football team. Brandon Smith. Brandon is being escorted tonight by Michelle Lyons, Aretha Roberts, Ellis Roberts, Bryson, and Bray. Matt Cates. Matt is escorted tonight by Matt Sr., Kim, Taylor, and Brooke Cates, and Devon Coleman. Jaden Williams. Jaden is escorted tonight by Kimberly and Jada Williams, Jamie, Tanaka, and LaShonda Johnson. Khalil Decker. Khalil is escorted tonight by Shanika Decker, Paris Blanton, and Malia Arnold. Darren Peters. Darren escorted by Taylor, Kadarius, Vanity, and Travis Peters, Teresa Duffy, Monica Batista, Taylor Hendricks, and Michelle Jones. Keyshawn Lewis. Keyshawn is escorted tonight by Pendulum and Arthur Perry, Sejan, Talisha, and Tawana Bowie, and Caitlin Kinney. Kevian Palmer. Kevian is escorted by Amber Harris, Kevin Palmer, Lorenzo Lewis, Lisa and Calvin Barrier, and Sandra Daniels. Jordan Taylor. Jordan is escorted by Candace Willis, Jasper and Janiah Taylor, Sandy and Michael Adams, Kimber and Colton Bradford. Adrian Juarez Vega. Adrian is escorted by Maria and Fernando Liswick, Monica and Jorge Juarez. Khalid Bonner. Khalid is escorted by Shalonda, Antoine, Tasia, Takari, and Tajad Mon. Seth McFarland. Seth is escorted by Ashley and Thomas Martell, Lance and Allie McFarland. Caleb Dollison. Caleb is escorted by Caleb, Eric, Riley, Carson, and Reagan Dollison. Carl Turner. Carl is escorted by Destiny Jacobs, Buller Price, and Samaje and Cameron Turner. Kamarian Hunter. Kamarian escorted by Paula and Aretha Smith, Devotre, Rochette, Ken, Lavori, and Shaquille Hunter. Earl Williams. Earl is escorted by Destiny Dixon. Alex Morales. Alex is escorted by Cynthia and Alina Morales and Evelyn and Alan Servant. Anthony Arroyo. Anthony is escorted by Elizabeth and Alex Martinez. Caden Williams. Caden is escorted by Bonnie Middlebrooks, Jennifer and Zach Williams, and Dennis Bell. Caden Manichek. Caden is escorted by Crystal Laxton, Michael and David Manichek, Chase Brown, Brooke Johnson, and Tabitha Golden. Trayvon Rugy. Trayvon is escorted by Melissa, Ronnie, Michaela, and Mackenzie Rugy. Peyton Davis. Peyton is being escorted by Holly, Charles, and Lane Davis. Prophet Hishaw. Prophet is escorted by Curtis Trader and Ty Hishaw. Up next, the senior athletic trainers. Olivia Goodman. Olivia is escorted by Rachel and Nicole Goodman. Isaiah Martinez. Isaiah is escorted by Alicia Hudson and Kyle Burns. Trey Stockings. Trey is escorted by Laura Davis, Jalen Stockings, and Larry Dinkins. And now the Pride Marching Band seniors. Christian Payne. Christian is escorted by Andrea Maid, Adrian Pena, and Scott Schaefer. Jeremiah Hoss. Jeremiah is escorted by Joshua, JC, Lorraine, and Clay Hoss. Hayden Berryhill. Hayden is escorted by Heather, David, Harrison, and Morgan Berryhill. Louise Raffana. Louise is escorted by Keita and Stacy Jacobs, and Gabriella, Carla, and Daniela Garcia. Arturo Valadez. Arturo is escorted by Martha, Alejandro, Marcel, Jocelyn, and Martha Valadez, Aaliyah Robinson, and Eric Canton. Aaliyah Robinson. Aaliyah is escorted by Erica and Roy Duchesne, Stacy Robinson, Trey Fulton, Arturo Valadez, and Angela Martinez. Ryan Alonso. Ryan is escorted by Amanda and Sean Harvey and Billy Owens. Keegan Felker. Keegan is escorted by Trina Felker, Ted Green, Penny, Shayna, and Aaron Cooper, Grayson, Morgan, and Crystal Bradley. Chris Resendez. Chris is escorted by Benito, Rosio, William, Montserrat, and Aiden Resendez, Haley Oliveira, and Constantino Martinez. Joanna Roya. Joanna is escorted by Elizabeth Marcos Jr. and Abigail Roya. Evelyn Montano. Evelyn is escorted by Lindy and Yvonne Montano. Adriana Cabrera. Adriana is escorted by Christy, Jose, Karina, and Daniela Sanchez. Hayden Haley. Hayden is escorted by Emily and Katie Haley. Rachel Malloy. Rachel is being escorted by Angelia, Rebecca, Matt, Gilda, and Joy Malloy, and Adam Spikes. Greg Stevenson. Greg is escorted by Whitney, Jason, Hannah, and Sarah Stevenson. Carlos Salazar. Carlos is escorted by Jamie Mendez. Timo Juarez. Timo is escorted by Herman, Guillermo, and Naomi Juarez, Marcelo Hernandez, and Ramon Valderas. Santiago Barrios. Santiago is escorted by Ophelia Solozano, Santiago Barrios, and Esmeralda Escobedo. Miley Duncan. Miley is escorted by Ashley, David, Taylor, Kennedy, and Crystal Duncan, Teresa Sutton, and Dobie Lemke. Obed Carrillo. Obed is escorted by Raina, Botello, Matthew Carrillo, and Mark Perry. And now for the precision drill team. Melanie Ariatse. Melanie is escorted by Judy and Renee Ariatse. Gloria Bates. Gloria is escorted by Shakira, Darius, and Darius Bates. Laurelise Beatley. Laurelise is escorted by Karen and Darren Beatley. Jose Castaneda. Jose is escorted by Lizette Castaneda. Lakencia Davis. Lakencia is being escorted by Latasha and Wesley Thompson and Devontae Davis. Andrea Fuertes. Andrea is escorted by Andrea Fuertes. Janiyah Ryan. Janiyah is being escorted by Nikita Timberlake and Joseph and Jalen Ryan. Jayla Taylor. Jayla is being escorted by Shakita and Johnny Taylor. Lyric Thomas. Lyric is escorted by Marvin Thomas. Jasmine Watkins. Jasmine is escorted by Jasmine, Ryan, and Jakeethan Watkins. And now the senior cheerleaders. Mackenzie Robinson. Mackenzie is escorted by Jennifer Briggs, Kim and Jackson Dias, and Ashley and Michael Robinson. Ladies and gentlemen, we also want to recognize Taylor Burkhart, senior with the band. Rye Black. Rye has been escorted by Tracy, Shawan, Shay, Monye, and Keenan Black, and Justin Davis. Billy Telsey. Billy is being escorted by Keisha, Will, and Keyshawn Williams, Elaine Green, and Jared Lynn, and Lennon Johnson. Indy Salazar. Indy is being escorted by Keisha and David Salazar, Haley Macedo, Lexi Tate, and Cadence and Frankie Cruz. And now here are your senior bucks. Hayes Dahlberg. Hayes is being escorted by Brian and Dr. Carrie Dahlberg. Parker Shelton. Parker is escorted by Stephen and Marie Shelton. Aiden Alvey. Aiden is being escorted by Holly Fortenberry and Tommy Alvey. Josue Rodriguez. Josue is escorted by Gabriela Sanchez and Hugo and J-Ro Rodriguez. Steve Nunez. Steve is escorted by Dad Oyo and Brian Nunez. Eric Nash. Derek is escorted by Mimi Nash. Ben Bigham. Ben is being escorted by Dave and Alicia Bigham. Michael Moore. Michael is being escorted by Mason Moore. David Rodriguez. David is escorted by Bianca, Jose, and Sophia Rodriguez. Chris Ahumada. Chris is escorted by Ruth Bonanno and Jose and Eloy Martinez. senior culinary students. Matthew Anderson. Matthew is being escorted by Malika Shelton and Seth Anderson. Brayden Andrews. Brayden is escorted by Michelle and Joe Lewis, and Mandy and Jeremy Andrews. Vanessa Perez. Vanessa is being escorted by Alejandra Vasquez. Sophia Foster. Sophia is being escorted by Candace and Matthew Foster. Brandon Rojas. Brandon's being escorted by Terry Esposito and John and Taylor Rodas. Olivia Sessions. Olivia is escorted by Yui Sessions. Valeria Zuniga. Valeria is escorted by Chef Hudman. The Hubert Editor Seniors. Victoria Ramirez. Victoria is escorted by Holly and Rick Ferguson. Juliana Sims. Juliana is escorted by Jeff, Christina, Joshua, and Isaiah Sims, and Larry and Teresa Kent. The stadium and audiovisual seniors. Jaden Lutz. Jaden is escorted by Chelsea Holland Lutz and Norman Nemo Holland. Michael Wingfield. Michael is escorted by Taylor Webb. And from the band, Taylor Burkhart. Taylor is escorted by Veronica and Christopher Burkhart. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the playing of the Lindale High School alma mater to be followed by the alma mater of Pine Tree.
Ahoy, hello, and welcome to Pirate Stadium. You are live with the Veribank Pine Tree Live team. This is Michael Clemens Jr. and Coach Angel Rocha ready to bring you Pirate football for the next few hours. Tonight, the Pirates are set to host the Lindale Eagles. And tonight, the Pirates also have an opportunity to clinch a playoff spot in the District of Doom 9-4A. It's going to be a battle on the field. Lindale essentially playing for their playoff life, and the Pirates with an opportunity to clinch. It's going to be a good game tonight, Coach.
Yeah, Mike, I'm excited. More importantly, for the seniors on the football field, this is senior night for Pine Tree, so very excited about that. Very excited about bringing another game to Pine Tree. Hopefully not the last this season. Still don't know all about that, but, man, I'm very excited for the seniors and very excited about this matchup. We've seen this matchup in years past, but it's been earlier on in the season. Now we get a Lindale that is more experienced and more, savvy to what they want to be able to do against us. They've had more than just 1 week to prepare. Usually we play them around week 2, week 3. Now it's deeper into the season, so it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to adapt to that, and as well as how Pine Tree adapts to that as well.
And really the teams have been very even in prior years. Last year, the Pirates able to go, they came to Pirate Stadium last year, and the Pirates were able to win. 2 years ago, the Pirates went to Lindale and lost that football game. So both teams have been able to have a good game. Now tonight, one of the stories is going to be the sophomore quarterback for the Lindale Eagles. It'll be David Lindig. He is a sophomore, and as we know, we saw MJ Cates a couple of years ago. It's not always easy being a sophomore quarterback at the varsity level.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Mike. And, luckily for us, when we saw MJ as a sophomore, man, he came out and really blew up on the scene, especially against Kilgore. Lindig, kind of the same deal for Lindale. I mean, you're going to see a guy that is very in control of the offense. You're going to see a lot of motions. That's how they're going to try to attack Pine Tree offensively, or I guess Pine Tree defensively, while they're on offense. They're going to have a lot of motions. They're going to see how well disciplined Pine Tree is on defense. And with a guy like Seth McFarland calling the defense that Coach Hampton signals into him, I guarantee they're going to be up for the challenge, even if we are later on in the season than what we usually play Lindale in.
Yeah, Chad Ward will be the top receiver tonight. That'll be his main target. He comes into the game with 381 yards and 4 touchdowns through the air. The other receivers only one touchdown. So the only player on the Lindale Eagles with multiple touchdowns. Do you think they're going to be trying to get it done more on the ground or through the air?
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of like almost every single team we've seen this season, and even, Pine Tree to a point. It's really a spread offense, but it's a spread offense to run the ball. Yeah, they'll be able to attack through the air, just like Pine Tree does, but they do it to be able to run the ball a little bit more. In past games, they've really have been about 62% run and about 38% pass. So they can throw it, but they really do want to get most of the job done on the ground.
The Pirates are coming into this game after a big win at Chapel Hill last week. And that was a tough game. So you had Henderson and Chapel Hill back-to-back weeks. That game last week, I think a lot of people thought it would not be as close as it was, but going into Chapel Hill and facing a very good team. I know they were without their starting quarterback. Their running back did not play in the second half, but the Chapel Hill team played with a lot of passion. And I think sometimes that's hard for someone that didn't watch the game and they just open the newspaper and look at it and they say, well, they didn't beat them as bad as Kilgore did, or they didn't beat them as bad as so-and-so did. But we saw a hard-fought game by Chapel Hill last week. But Pine Tree, what a great situation for them last week. It was a tight finish. They had to play a good game down the stretch. They were behind with less than 4 minutes to go in that ball game, and those are the kind of games I like to think prepare you better for the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and an old coach of mine who got me into coaching used to say, "Don't judge a coach or a head coach until his third year." That's when he has this system in place, and he has things going the way he wants them to go, off seasons and all that stuff. This is Bachman's third year, and you're seeing is the culmination of all of that. It's all come together this season. We saw, in the first year he was the head coach. They lost some very close games. Last year we saw them find a way to win those close games, and then you still see it keep on this season. and the Pirates have only lost one time. You know, it's crazy to think as long as the season has been, they've only lost one game.
Well, and let's also talk about Coach Hampton and the defense.
Yeah.
The defense has been very good this year. And at times when they needed to step up, they've been able to. But last week especially, it was the defensive line that was getting after it. They were able to shut down that Chapel Hill defense when it mattered most at the end of the game. Coach, I think tonight you could get a mixture of that defense line, but also the secondary, which is extremely strong for the Pirates.
Yeah, Coach Hampton's defense, I mean, get six city defense, what he calls it. And I've grown very fond of that, and you see it with the guys as well. He's been able to just preach this bend but don't break kind of defense, and they've been heavy on turnovers. And of course, it helps when you have a guy like Khalil Deckard that's going to track any ball that's put up in the air. And then of course, you know, you have the senior Seth McFarland that's been calling the defense, the fronts, for the better part of 4 years, and this being his senior night as well. So it doesn't hurt to have all that, and we're going to have to be really disciplined tonight, Mike. Like I said, you're going to see a lot of motion. You're going to see Lindale get up to the lineup really fast, and sometimes it is to run a play right then and there. A lot of other times it's because they have so much motion that they're going to try to make sure that they have enough time to do all that before the play clock hits zero. So when you put all that together, it's good to have a Khalil Deckard and a Seth McFarland that are there that can just basically calm everybody down, make sure everybody's in the right place, and then just go play ball. And that defensive line is really going to have to be on it tonight.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here on the ABC Auto Parts pregame show. Both teams are on the field. We're set for the national anthem. Next time we're with you, we'll be telling you the captains, and we'll be ready to get this thing started.
Thank you. Please remain standing for our national anthem, performed tonight by the Pine Tree High School Band under the direction of Mark Perry.
Welcome back to the Veribank Pine Tree Live broadcast. The national anthem is through. The festivities of senior night are through. It is a good crowd here in Longview, Texas this evening. The cars are still rolling in, and we've got a great game set up for you. Walking out to the center of the field are your captains, MJ Cates for the Pirates, as well as Seth MacFarlane, Peyton Davis, Kashawn Bowie, and Jordan Taylor. So those are your captains for the Pine Tree Pirates tonight.
Yeah, for the Lindale Eagles, it looks like it's number 1, David Lindig, number 3, Jackson Parker, number 20, Seth Baggett, and number 58, Alexis Maldonado. And that'll be the captains for the Lindale Eagles. I'm always very curious, Mike, to see what Bogman decides to do if we win it. But I think Lindale's won the toss.
All right, so Pirates will be getting the ball to start the game. Coach, do you have a preference? This is a weird question, but do you have a preference to which side you're going in this stadium?
Not in this one. I mean, really and truly. I know we have the pine trees around us, but the wind can do just crazy things, especially the way that the stadium is kind of funneled in right now. And so, yeah, no really preference of it. But I do like the fact that we're going on offense first. I think that's kind of worked out in our favor in the last couple of weeks that we've gone on offense first.
Well, it is 68 degrees here in Longview, Texas, amongst the pines. It's a beautiful night, a little bit cloudy, but you wouldn't know it. And we are ready to get the football game started. Pirates are going to be going to right to left on your screen. They are in their all blues this evening. Lindale will be in their white tops, white helmet with blue pants going left to right on your screen. So Pirates right to left, Lindale Eagles left to right. And we're ready to get right and get this game going. Thank you for joining us here. It's the Veribank Pine Tree Live broadcast. It's senior night at Pirate Stadium.
Interested to see number 20 Baggett kick off for Lindale. He's a guy that's been their kicker for a couple of years now and has the makings of being a Division I talent, according to some of the coaches and some of the people that we talked to from Lindale.
Brandon Smith, Khalil Deckard, and Jordan Taylor are back to receive this opening kick. The crowd's into it, and here we go. Football is starting in Longview, Texas. It's going to sail over the head of Deckard and go through the back of the end zone, so the Pirates will start this drive at their own 25-yard line.
Yep, like I said, he has pretty good leg right there in the middle of the end zone right there on that kickoff. And that'll set their defense up in a pretty good position against the Pine Tree offense. Out of the Lindale Eagles, you're going to see pretty much a 4-2 look. So 4 defensive linemen, 2 linebackers with a linebacker that can go in coverage or onto the line as well, depending on how the Pirates line up against them.
All right, Pirates onto the field. Cates at quarterback. He's going to go to the air to start it. Jordan Taylor cuts it inside. We'll have it out for a gain of 10 yards. He's right at the marker, and that should move the chains. Good opening play for the Pirates.
Yeah, anytime you get number 10 into a rhythm, and especially on the first play for that much yardage, very good start for the Pine Tree Pirate offense, and especially MJ Cates, Jordan Taylor, Lamarian Hunter, those guys, they're ready to get their senior night started. And it's crazy to think that all of them are seniors, Mike.
First down and 10. Cates 1 for 1 to start this evening. Fakes it to Jordan Taylor. Lamarion's going to take it up the middle. He'll have it out. Gain of 6 on the play. So another good play by this offense.
Offensive line did a real good job of getting a hat on a hat and just pushing and establishing a new line of scrimmage. Really good job for Lamarion. You saw him give way a little bit, and I think Dalen Montgomery is in there. No, I think it's Attaway is in there as Lamarion takes a little bit of a break.
And we saw last week they were really spelling all three running backs. You'll also see Dalen Montgomery get into the mix. Attaway will take it. Short gain on the play. It will be third down.
A little tough yardage right there. I think he could have really, if he would have broken it a little bit out to the left, as you see right there on the replay, I think he could have picked up the first down yardage. But nonetheless, third and short, it's still a good drive for the Pirates.
Third down and 2. Pirates I formation. They've had success in these short yardage situations. Cates keeps it. He'll be about a yard, maybe half a yard short of the marker. We'll see where they mark this at. It's not going to be close enough to measure.
I would line up and do the same play. If he's that short, I'd line up and run it again. Not really sure how Coach Bachman kind of looks at it, especially this early, but MJ is going right back into the huddle.
Well, and coaches, we saw last week on fourth down, Bachman has been very aggressive once getting into district play, and it's went really kind of both ways. But right here, short fourth down and 1. Cates up the middle, quarterback sneak, and this one's going to be marked at around the 46-yard line, and it looks like he will have the first down.
Yeah, like I said, easy money right there. Still a big risk, especially going for it on your side of the 50 and this early on in the game. But Coach Bachman, lots of faith in that offensive line that has really come together in the last couple of weeks, Mike. And, of course, when you got a guy like MJ Cates, he knows what has to be done, and he goes over there and gets the yardage that he needed.
First down and 10. Pirates at their own 46. Cates, play action pass. Going downfield, he's got a receiver and just overthrows Khalil Deckard. A couple of more steps, and that would have set us up really nice. But Cates, really not a bad pass. It's the first time we go downfield.
Anytime you out-throw Khalil Deckard, you really put some mustard on it, and he really did. And just a little, we've seen this before. MJ, especially with those deep balls, he kind of struggles a little bit at the beginning, but, man, once he's dialed in, he's dangerous.
Second down and 10, Cates. Hands it to Jordan Taylor, and Jordan has a lane. He'll have it out. It's going to be a gain of around 19 yards on the play. Second down and 10, Cates. A flag on the field. Jordan Taylor, and Jordan has a lane.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an illegal formation. I'm not sure.
He'll have it out. It's going to be a gain of around 9.
Everybody on the line, but there's nobody walking back, so I'm not really sure. So it might have gone against Lindale. Okay, so yeah.
So offsides, our first Sparkle janitorial flag of the game. And the Pirates are now into Lindale territory. So 3 minutes into this game, Pirates moving the ball. This drive started at the 25-yard line. Jordan Taylor with the jet sweep on that pass play, 20 yards. It's first down and 10, Pirates at the 35-yard line of the Eagles. Lamarion trying to make something happen and get outside. Not able to. It'll be 1 yard gain, second down and 9. Coach, we saw last week Pirates were able to move the ball down the field against Chapel Hill a number of times and work their way into the red zone. So they didn't have any issues moving the ball down the field, but as they got closer to that end zone, it got tougher and tougher against that Chapel Hill defense. But right now, really showing a lot of the same that they did last week to start that game, moving the ball well. And Cates is going to go back to the air, and he's going to throw an interception. On that pick is number 2, Aiden Warnell, the senior for Lindale. So Pirates driving, and very similar to last week, Cates is going to throw an interception on the first drive of the game. So unfortunately, it's going to be a turnover, and Lindale will have the ball with 8:08 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, a good drop by Warnell. Looks like he was playing more of that safety look, that cover one look, and he just undercut the pass and made the interception.
So Eagles starting out at their own 17-yard line. Lindig at cornerback. And he's going to roll out and hit his tight end. So a gain of 18 yards on the play. That was number 88 with the catch, Reed Carnathan. So Carnathan out as the Lindale Eagles on the move. Millie Johnson in the backfield with Lindig. And that's Johnson with the handoff.
Yeah, and that's Seth McFarland with the tackle, and he made sure he didn't go anywhere, stalemated the running back on that handoff. And like I said, Mike, you're going to see a lot of shifting, a lot of moving, a lot of freeze counts. They're going to see if they can get, five easy yards against the Pirate defense and see if they're disciplined. So a lot of things, a lot of moving parts, and they're calling everything from the line. And you got to be a very well-disciplined team to be able to do this. So the Pirates got to be able to lock in right here.
Second down and 5. At their own 40, Lindale. That's a good carry. Caden Fowler will have it into Pirate territory, and that will be a gain of 20 on the play. So Fowler running the ball well into Pirate territory.
Just seeing a little bit of everything. Lindale is just kind of doing almost the mirror thing of what we did last week against Chapel Hill. Has a menu of what they want to be able to call in the first drive, and you're seeing them just kind of formation Pine Tree. What are they going to do? What happens if we move this running back to this side? Motion the wide receiver on this.
And, Coach, there is a flag on the field. This one may be coming back. I don't know if the receiver stopped and got set before they hiked the ball.
Yeah, so I think once the receiver went into the motion, he didn't set himself before the ball was kind of snapped, and either that or they didn't have enough men on the line of scrimmage, and that's what you kind of run into, Mike, when you look to formation another defense. Sometimes you formation yourself right out of the play, and that's kind of what Lindale did right there, and so that's kind of a good thing for Pine Tree because that's been the first negative play that Lindale has been able to run on this drive.
First down and 15 after the penalty. So Lindale on the move. Will be pushed 5 yards back. Johnson with the handoff. It'll be roughly a gain of 3 yards. It'll be second down and 12. So the Pirates prepared for this Eagle offense, being able to see it the last few years. They have seen a few different quarterbacks. This is the first time seeing the sophomore David Lindig. He does like to throw the ball. He can scramble well. And right there, that's 2 flags on the field, one thrown in the backfield, and another one at where the reception was going to happen. It looks like we may have a pass interference. I'm not sure what's going to happen in the backfield.
Yeah, that was a lot of different flags, a lot of perspectives. You can see the referees kind of coming together to see what was called, but probably in most cases, especially when you see multiple flags at different parts of the field, you're probably looking at offsetting flags, and so they'll just probably replay the down. Yeah, so offsetting penalties. Holding was the first call at the line of scrimmage, and then they got, I think that was Carl Turner for pass interference. Got there a little bit early before the ball got there, so no harm, no foul. Just replay the down.
So offsetting penalties will have it once again, second down. 5:14 to go, first quarter. No score. This is Lindale's first possession. 3 wide receivers to the left side. Lindig looking right, and that's going to be a great defensive play by Carl Turner, getting his hand in there for the deflection, third down.
Real good discipline by Carl Turner, especially in the formation that the Lindale Eagles were in. They were in what they call trail, so you had trips out to the left, and then they had the tight end is the only receiver on the other side of the line, and that's who Carl Turner was manned up on, and he made an excellent play right there.
So 3rd down, first time Pirate defense. And they're going to bring some heat, trying to get the Lindale. Carl Turner going to come up with the tackle. It'll be a loss of 1 on the play. So Pirate defense stands tall here on the first possession of the game for the Eagles. And the punt team will come on to the field for Lindale. Jordan Taylor will come out to return the punt. So Pine Tree defense holds strong after the interception. Cates will have another opportunity.
Pirates are going to have to show how well coached they are in every facet of the game, special teams, offense, and defense. Lindale will be able to run a myriad of different things, different looks in every single phase of the ball game. So it's going to be up to them to make sure that they are on their P's and Q's, and right there, very luckily, that ball goes into the end zone.
Yeah, it was a very athletic play by the Lindale Eagles, but not able to keep the ball out of the end zone. So Pirates now will get the ball at their own 20-yard line to start their second drive of the game. A good time to thank all of our sponsors this evening. Thank you to Vera Bank, ABC Auto Parts, Marketing with April, Longview Chamber of Commerce, East Texas Preferred Properties, Energy Weld Fab, Veteran Pride AC and Heat, Custom Graphics, Barwell Solutions, PDQ America, Texas Semi-Trailers, Sparkle Janitorial, Kilgore College, and M6 Drone Services. Thank you for your support of Pirate Athletics. And we are ready for the second drive of the game. Cates brings the offense onto the field. He has over 1,200 yards passing this season, 13 touchdowns. And he's going to go back to the air. He's under pressure, rolling out left side. He's going to pull it down and run with it. We saw him do this against Henderson along this same sideline. He had about a 40-yard run in that game late. And, man, we've seen the wheels of MJ Cates the last couple of weeks, and I like to see him running.
Yeah, definitely. He's been a lot more ready to pull the trigger as far as pulling it down. And very early in the season, we saw him really look down, really want his receivers to get open and try to throw them open. Now he's knowing, hey, go get what you can, live to fight another day, and just pick up what you can.
Cates hands off Hunter. 4-yard gain. It'll be second down.
Yeah, that was the linebacker. Actually, sorry, it was the left defensive end for the Lindale Eagles that made the tackle right there. That was Caleb Walker. He just kind of folded back in on the play and stopped Lamarian before he really got going. And that's one thing about the Lindale Eagles. They'll be able to kind of fly around. They're very well coached by Coach Cochran over there, who's in multiple, I think this is his 6th year as the head coach over there at Lindale. So very well-disciplined, well-coached team over there.
Lamarion came into the game with 460 yards on the ground this season and 11 rushing touchdowns. Attaway has added 150 yards on the ground, and then we saw a lot of Dalen Montgomery last week. He's got 52 on the ground, but Lamarion Hunter, the leading rusher for the Pirates this season, 460, and there's a good chance he'll be going over 500 yards in the season tonight.
Yeah, you kind of feel sorry for Lamarion. Was a little hiccup with injuries earlier on in the season, especially last year. We saw him go down to an ACL injury, came back this year, looked great, still strong, still explosive, and, you know, Mike, more importantly, is such a great kid in the hallways at Pine Tree.
And, Coach, that's something, I guess, a theme that doesn't matter who you talk to. If you ask anybody, how's MJ Cates as a student, as a kid, and it's always a positive response. It doesn't matter who you ask, and right there he hits Khalil Deckard for a first down on 3rd down and 9. So good connection, senior to senior. That'll move the chains.
Yeah, the Swiss Army knife that is Khalil Deckard. The guy can do it all, return punts, catch passes, catch interceptions. The guy can do it all. Very, also a great kid, great spirit, great energy. And, you know, I kind of enjoyed it last week when he scored against Chapel Hill, and he scored in the end zone where the band was, and he kind of acted like he was playing, maestroing the band, and just a good kid with a good sense of humor.
First down and 10. Pirates look to the sideline, get the play in. Attaway at running back. Montgomery at running back. Right side with the carry. Short gain on the play. And, Coach, what's your thoughts on this switching up the running backs? Do you think it keeps the guys' legs fresh? All of them have shown the ability to run the ball hard.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I know in years past, especially, Coach Bachman has been one to kind of just feed the guy the hot hand. And I think this year he knows that he has something special in those three guys. It's a three-headed monster if he really does take care of the guys, and they all do a great job, and none of them are saying, I want the ball more. They all know what Coach Bachman's trying to do, and they're such team players that they allow him to do that.
Cates takes a big hit on that play from Jackson LeGros. He was under pressure almost immediately, and, Coach, that's the second time we've seen him roll out to this left side and be under pressure as soon as he gets outside of the pocket. I know that was a designed rollout, but they're going to have to lock down that end if they're going to have success throwing the ball on these rollout passes. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and that's the thing you can do out of the 4-2 defense. You're able to take that strong safety, per se, and just move them all the way around, kind of like the Steelers did with Troy Polamalu, and he's just a ball hawk, ball player kind of guy.
Third down, 8. Cates will take it, run it. And he will pick up the first down as he enters into Lindale. Got a third down conversion on this drive.
Great play, big play by MJ, knowing and recognizing. I don't know if that was a designed run play for him, but he made the decision real quick to take the ball down and just get what he could, and broke a couple of tackles doing it. And maybe from on the camera you can't tell, but MJ's not a small guy. I mean, the guy can really can lower shoulder and make and punish some people.
Hunter back in at running back, I formation. Hunter handoff, he's got a hole, and he bursts through it for a pickup of 9 yards, second down and 1.
And that's what you get when you do keep Lamarian fresh. I mean, yeah, you might are able to get him down for 2-3 yard gains, but very soon he ends up breaking the line of scrimmage and getting a big chunk of yardage, just like he did right there.
And that will take us to the end of the first quarter here at Pirate Stadium. We're going to take a break in the booth, and when we come back, it'll be second quarter.
All across East Texas and around the world, former Kilgore College students are working hard for their best life. They're building a brighter future. They're moving in the right direction. They're in powerful positions. And they're superheroes protecting and serving. If you're ready to work for your best life, put Kilgore College to work for you.
The SEER classroom is definitely different. The second grade or any grade level, we all have the same pacing to our calendars and what we teach, but the SEER students are the ones that learn these concepts quicker, and so we are able to do different activities and extensions of their learning. They even get to take part in an activity that challenges them to be an entrepreneur. They get to be the ones that get to make some of the decisions for our class and for our grade level.
Welcome back. It's the second quarter at Pirate Stadium, and it's second down and 1. Cates is going to hand it off to Hunter. He'll be stopped short of the marker. It'll be third down.
I still like the play. Lamarian had just gotten a big chunk of yardage on that first down play. Give it to him again, see if he can pop it again. Lindale, a little true to the test right there, was able to stop him before he got going. No gain on it. It'll be interesting to see where Coach Bachman kind of goes with this. He's been kind of just been real comfortable in anything and everything he's been able to call, whether it's a pass on 3rd and 1 like he did last week against Chapel Hill that sprung the big touchdown, or just run it and pick up what you can here and get another set of downs.
3rd down and 1. Cates will take it, and he's going to be wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Getting to him first was number 4, Caleb Walker, the junior defensive lineman. So able to take Cates down behind the line of scrimmage, and it looks like Bachman is going to leave the offense on the field.
Yeah, that one kind of the same thing, kind of a play call for MJ, a quarterback keeper, as you will. Oh, sorry, a quarterback draw, if you will, and nothing really tricking the Lindale Eagles on that one. Number 4, like you said, Mike, Caleb Walker's just kind of been having a little bit of a game already here in the first half.
Pirates able to convert 2 third downs prior to that one, but the third time was the charm for the Eagles, unable to get a stop. But now we've got 4th down, but we're going to have to wait a minute. Texas Semi-Trailers timeout taken by Coach Bachman. He wants to think about it and look over this with his team and staff. Whenever we come back to the game, it will be 4th down, Pirates.
"97% of trucking companies have less than 20 trucks. At Texas Semi-Trailers, we understand the challenges small business truckers face. We offer trailer leasing options on flatbed, step deck, and lowboy trailers. In addition to leasing, we have a service and alignment center located in White Oak. To set up a service appointment, call 903-984-5470 or visit TexasSemiTrailers.com.
We are back, and it is a 4th down and 4 situation for MJ Cates in this offense. The playbook is open. They've had success through the air and on the ground so far in this game. So Cates, 2 wide receivers to the top of your screen. That's Deckard in motion. Cates is going to be looking for him down the field. Jordan Taylor comes back to it. Lindale is going to intercept the ball. And picking it right there is Jackson Parker. But that almost just acts like a pooch punt for the Pirates. Parker would have been a smarter play to just knock it down. They would have had better field position, but he wanted to pad the stat sheet. He takes the interception, and the Eagles will have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
Yeah, interesting look right there from the defense from Lindale. Number 3, Jackson Parker, kind of that hybrid safety, outside linebacker look, and like I said, just being able to move him around and kind of use him wherever they need to. Right there, he comes up pretty big with the interception.
So the Eagles will run on their first play after the interception. That's Ward for a gain of 2. 2nd down.
Yeah, right there. I think Peyton Davis in their first for the Pirates to stop him for very little gain.
And, Coach, that last drive by the Pirates was over 6 minutes long. So Pirates being able to control the ball tonight. But no points came out of that drive. We still are tied up at 0, 9:37 to go, second quarter. And that pass goes incomplete. It was intended for Ward. So 3rd down.
Yeah, so you see they're trying to get Chad Ward, number 8, into the game. Kind of a big playmaker for them, 23 catches, 381 yards, 4 touchdowns. You know, he's a playmaker for the Lindale Eagles. They can hand the ball off to him, throw it to him. And right there, they try to go to the well again, but Pirate defense was able to be there to knock that down.
3rd down and 7. Pirates looking like they're in man coverage. Lindig's going to go to the air under pressure. Peyton Davis threw an arm at him, not able to get there. He's going to scramble and try to get to the marker. It's going to come down to the spot. It looks like he's going to be a hair short. We'll see where they mark this. It looked like the line to get was going to be the 29-yard line. He's at about the 28.5. Does not look like they're going to move the chains. It will be 4th down. Well, we'll see. They're going to call. Are they calling for a measurement?
It's pretty clear that it's not the yard gain right there. So not really sure what all they're measuring, but for all intents and purposes, we do have all night, so go ahead and measure it.
And it looks like they are going to be about a pack of crackers short.
It's a really specific measurement, Mike. I'm impressed.
I mean, I'm looking at that, the binocs, and it looks like you could fit
Stack of index cards, pack of gum.
a pack of crackers.
Pack of crackers. I like it.
So 4th down and short. Lindale looks like they're going to go into the punt formation. So 4th down in inches, and Lindale elects to punt the ball. Jordan Taylor back to receive this kick. We saw Chapel Hill run a fake. I don't know if that was a fake last week. Still don't know if that was a fake or if the punter just started running. But Lindale right there is just going to punt the ball, and Pirates will have it back.
Yeah, you see Coach Hampton kind of sprinting down to greet his defense as they did what they needed to do. You know, pack or cracker short on the yardage, and they're able to get that offense off the field and give their offense another try to break the deadlock.
So 8:37 to go in this second quarter. Still tied up at 0.
Kind of seeing a little bit of everything, Mike, as far as the Pirate offense goes. They were able to run the ball, and we've seen 3 different running backs. We've seen MJ carry it. We've seen Jordan Taylor with catching it on good routes and whatnot. Okay.
So was that a sideline violation on the Eagles?
Yes. I think that had already been warned before. And right there, that'll be.
It's like, hey, you can stand where you want. You just cannot stand right here. So Pirates are going to add 5 yards on to where that punt was downed at. They'll be at their own 27-yard line to start their third drive of the game. Their previous drive took over 6 minutes. Lindale defense has to be wearing down a little bit. Cate's going to go to the air quickly, and he's got a man in stride, and it will be caught. That's Khalil Deckard picking up the first down.
For you watching it on the Fairbank Pine Tree Live broadcast, what a release by Khalil. He was just able to beat the guy right off the mark. Perfectly thrown ball by MJ. And that's what I love about MJ and Coach Bachman, to have the kind of confidence to say, hey, you know, it's okay. You've thrown a couple of interceptions. That's fine. Air it out. You're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Keep throwing it, kid.
That pass was complete for a 52-yard gain. Pirates almost right back to where they were, where their previous drive ended. Hunter right side. He'll pick up 4 yards. Second down.
Lindale doing whatever they can to make sure that they don't give Lamarian any type of alleyway in the middle. And you see Lamarian being really patient right there at the line of scrimmage, and then before he tries to bounce it out. And that's the making of a great running back. I mean, I say making. I mean, the guy's been running the ball for Pine Tree for the better part of 3 years, and just a really smart, savvy running back.
Smith and Taylor are the wide receivers at the top. Cate's going to be getting some pressure from this left side. He's able to pick it up. They block it well. As the quarterback sweep goes to the right side. Left side, he's able to pick it up. They block it well. Yard and a half short of the marker, third down.
Great job by MJ recognizing the cutback lane right there on the quarterback sweep. Sticks his foot in the ground and just tries to get north and south as fast as he can. Lindale quickly closed it up and got him down before he got to the yardage marker. Going to see a little bit of the big package right here for the Pine Tree offense as David Lively comes in and gives that double tight end look for the Pirates.
Cate's already 28 yards rushing so far in this ball game. And here comes another one, but not going to pick it up. Lindale just disrupting this offensive line of the Pirates. That's Carnathan getting in the backfield once again. It will be 4th down and 2.
Yeah, Carnathan playing, I think, what looks to be that left defensive end position. Him and Caleb Walker from the defensive end positions, they're just wreaking havoc on the inside gaps of the Pirate offense.
4th down and 2. Hunter's going to take this one, but offensive line just gets pushed backwards, and Lindale is going to take over on downs. So tough break for the Pirates after the 52-yard bomb to Deckard. Pirates not able to pick up another first down, and it will be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, and it's just, I'm right there and kind of I rewinded the feedback a little bit just to see if they stunted anybody or if they're twisting into the gaps. And no, they're not. They just kind of just shoot the gaps as low and as hard as they can, and just disrupting the blocking for the Pine Tree Pirate offense. So turnover on downs for the Pirates.
Good news is for the Pirates, their defense is playing exceptionally well so far to start this ball game. Lindig hands it off, and Ward will have it into Pirate territory. That's a gain of 27 yards on the play.
Yeah, anytime they have number 8 in the backfield, they're not doing it just to decorate it or make it look like anything else. They're looking to hand him the ball, get him in a position where they can get him the ball, and he has done a pretty good job as a running back tonight.
1st down and 10, Eagles.
And right as I say that, he returns the favor by giving us 5 yards back.
So second time we've seen this tonight, where Lindale has a big play and then gives 5 yards of it back. The last time this happened, they were not able to recover from it and would eventually turn it over on downs. It's 5:30 to go, second quarter. Liddick hands it off. Ball's on the ground. Still, it's going to be recovered by the Eagles. Caden Fowler jumps on the loose ball. In reverse.
Yeah, and I think that was our defensive lineman. I think that was Rugeley was able to get into the backfield and disrupt the handoff, and I think he's what caused the fumble. Pirate defense just couldn't capitalize and get the fumble recovery.
So second down, 17. This time, first time we've seen the handoff go to Hayden Gately. Gately gets it back to the previous line of scrimmage, gain of 2 yards. It will be 3rd down and long.
Rugeley again in on the tackle. And that's what's going to be a lot of what is predicated in this game for the Pirates. The defensive line is going to have to make plays. They can't expect Seth and the backfield, or the defensive backfield for the Pirates to make up the tackles 5-6 yards down the field. They got to be able to do it from the line of scrimmage.
4:20 to go, second quarter. 3rd down, 15. Lindig, left side. Hits his receiver, breaks a tackle. And working for extra yardage is Fowler. It looks like he's going to be around 4 yards short of the first down. It'll be 4th down. And offense looks like it's going to stay on the field for the Eagles.
Yeah, and from here, right now, if you're on the Pirate sideline, you need to be just yelling freeze, 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 freeze. I guarantee you that Lindale will probably try to freeze them first, get the easy 5 yards that way, but probably looking to run the ball as they look like to be in a double tight end formation.
5 seconds on the play clock. And Coach Cochran of the Eagles is going to call a timeout. So Texas Semi-Trailers timeout number 1 for Lindale, and we'll take a timeout in the booth when we come back, 4th down.
At ABC Auto Parts, what does parts and people you can trust really mean? It means our roots run deep in the communities where we live and do business. That our friendly expert staff is here for you, ready to go above and beyond to get the job done. And you can trust that ABC Auto Parts offers quality brand name parts in stock with competitive pricing, whether you shop online or in store. We are the parts and people you can trust. ABC Auto Parts.
Welcome back to Longview, Texas. We are at Pirate Stadium this evening. It is a beautiful night amongst the pines. Good crowd in the stadium. I'm still seeing cars coming in, even though we're getting closer to the Kilgore College halftime show. Stay tuned. We'll have the Pride Pine Tree Band performing. So stay tuned for the Kilgore College halftime show coming up in a few minutes. But right now it's 4th down. And that's Ward in motion. They're going to fake it to Ward, and they're going to hand it off to Millie Johnson. And Millie will pick up the first down on the misdirection fullback dive.
Yeah, I'm still trying to from up here, you really can't see what formation the backfield was lined up in. 2 blocking backs, quarterback right there right beside them, and then a tailback behind them, and they do all that just to give it to the fullback. Very interesting, but like we said, Lindale will pull out all the stops to do what they need to be able to get done in a game to try to win it.
Once again, that's Johnson on the carry for a gain of 1. 2nd down.
Yeah, Johnson was able to meet the Division I commit from Pine Tree and Seth McFarland. Good tackle by him. And we talked about Lamar and MJ, Jordan, all those guys that are seniors on the offensive side that are playing in their last home game. Got to be able to say the same thing for a guy like Seth.
2nd down and 9. Handoff Gately. Gain of 2. So another 3rd down. Coach, I feel like this first half has been full of 3rd downs for both teams. We just look up and it's 3rd down again.
Yeah, they're guys that are very disciplined in what they do. Spread, yes, but they're spread to run the ball. And that's why the first half has gone as quickly as it has, is because there's been a lot of running, and when there's not been a lot of running, a lot of short completions, really.
Lindig's looking right side. And that ball's going to be tapped down. Dayla Montgomery with the pressure. And following it up was Bonner. So Bonner and Montgomery getting to the quarterback. 4th down. The previous 4th down attempt, the Eagles picked it up. So 1 for 1 tonight on 4th down conversions. 4th and 7, 1:49 to go in the half. Lindig, left side. And that ball is going to sail incomplete. It looked like Deckard had an opportunity to intercept it, but to the benefit of the Pirates, it's just going to go incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. And Cates will have one more opportunity before halftime.
Love to see it. East Texas football at its finest to opponents that haven't been for a long time familiar district opponents, but have been familiar opponents nonetheless in the last few years. Ever since Lindale did go down to 4A and got out of the district with Pine Tree, they still kept each other on the regular season schedule. Now back in the same district, now just rekindling that old district rivalry per se, and it's turning out to be quite the heavyweight title fight right now.
Smith at the top of the screen. Jaden Williams at the bottom. And they're going to run, Coach, one of your favorite plays, the misdirection, but Eagles ready for it. But breaking tackles on that carry was Bonner. And, Coach, we haven't seen Bonner carry the ball too much, the fullback for the Pirates. But it's going to be a big loss on the play. Now we'll see what the Pirates elect to do, being second down and long. This clock's ticking, 1:15 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, and now you're just going to see Bachman going to get best of both worlds. He's not going to go ultra conservative here, but he's going to make sure if he does give the ball back to Lindale that they don't have a lot of time to do anything, but he's going to still try to do something with this.
2nd and 14. It's going to be handoff, left side. And that was Attaway. And Lindale not electing to call a timeout. So there's about a 2-second difference between the play clock and the game clock.
Yeah, well, if you betted the under on the first half, I think you're going to get some money out of this because these are two offenses, Mike, that can score points. I mean, Lindale's not, no slouch when it comes to point scoring. We know Pine Tree can do the same thing, and right now we're on the verge of going into halftime 0-0.
Yeah, and I'm actually surprised Lindale didn't call a timeout that at least force the Pirates into a punting situation, but this should run the clock out. And I would think if you're Lindale, you would want to make the Pirates at least get into a punt formation and snap it, but they're not going to, and that'll take us to halftime. So welcome to the Kilgore College halftime show. Stay tuned. The Pride Pirate Band will be on the field momentarily. The Lindale Eagle Band will be performing tonight, so stay tuned for the Kilgore College halftime show. We'll be back in roughly 25 minutes. We'll have some stats sponsored by Marketing with April in the third quarter. So stay tuned. Kilgore College halftime show coming up.
All across East Texas and around the world, former Kilgore College students are working hard for their best life. They're building a brighter future. They're moving in the right direction. They're in powerful positions. And they're superheroes protecting and serving. If you're ready to work for your best life, put Kilgore College to work for you.
Please welcome to the field 2024-2025 Lindale High School Star Steppers. The Star Steppers are under the direction of Carrie Pierce and Krista Mulliken. Get on that horse. You better ride. The Star Stepper officers are Lieutenant Grace Hartford, Lieutenant Taylor Schilling, Captain Samantha McConaughey, Senior Lieutenant Ira Varnado, Lieutenant Molly Kate DeWolf. Our social officers are Mandy Gasser, Adler Bills, Kenley Collins, Elle Denson, and Papa Ramsey. Star Stepper of the Week is Carly Schultz. Our outstanding dancer of the week is Jamie Phillips. Tonight, the Star Steppers will be performing a kicker team tune, We Found Love.
you get home around 12. And then you sleep in the 12. It's like yes, good to see you, buddy. Okay, go ahead. Say
Ladies and gentlemen, Lindale Independent School District and the pride of Lindale Eagle Band is proud to present the Lindale High School Twirlers. Head twirler is Kylie Wilkinson. Twirl of the week is Hannah Jett. Twirling director is Mrs. Abby Banco. Please sit back and enjoy as the high school twirlers perform a dance twirler routine to that hit song, Play That Funky Music. celebrate the pride of Lindale, the Lindale High School Marching Eagle Band, sponsored by Eagle title sponsor, the Edwards team, a Century 21 first group, for earning their 50th First Division rating in a row at the Region 21 UIL Marching Contest. The band also competed at the UIL State Military Marching Competition at McLean Stadium in Waco, Texas this past Tuesday, earning their 5th consecutive 4A State Military Marching Band Championship title. Congratulations, band. We are so proud of you. The Eagle Band would like to wish the Pine Tree Band the best of performances tomorrow as they compete in the 4A Area Open Class Marching Champion competition. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Adam McWithy, John Raspberry, Josie Roach, and head drum major Sarah Christian. Tonight the band will be performing the Pride of Lindale fanfare by Dr. Timothy Ray of Texas A&M University. Band member of the week is Adam Squires. Squad leader of the week is Braden Walker. And sections of the week are the tenor and bass saxophones. This week's twirler, band member, and leader of the week award are donated by Main Street Plants and Produce. The Eagle Band is under the direction of band directors Susan Scott, Brayden Lucier, Casey Johnson, Melissa Fisher, Jalen Stewart, Emma Piacutin, and head director Weston Fisher. The Eagle Band would like to thank Lindale ISD, the Lindale Band Boosters, and sponsors the Edwards team at Century 20 First Group, Toy Town Preschool, and Smith County Lumber for all of your support. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give one more round of applause for the Pride of Lindale Marching Eagle Band.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pine Tree High School and Pine Tree ISD are proud to present the award-winning Pirate Precision Drill Team. The officers from left to right are Senior Lieutenant Melanie Ariasa, Captain Lois Beakley, Senior Lieutenant Varia Bates, and Junior Lieutenant Alexis Hernandez. The social officers are President Janiyah Ryan, Secretary Abigail Juarez, Historian Cameron Taylor, and Chaplain Desiree Ellis. Dancer of the Week is Lyric Thomas, and Spirit Member of the Week is Andrea Fuertes. And now for your halftime entertainment, Precision will perform a kick routine to Every Time We Touch. Precision is under the direction of Mrs. Ashley Thompson. Precision would also like to thank their sponsor, Wellness Point. A special congratulations to the Lindale Band for not only receiving first division at their regional marching contest, but also placing first in their state Navy marching contest at Baylor this past week. Congrats to them on an amazing marching season. And now, ladies and gentlemen, under the field direction of drum majors Aaliyah Robinson, Santiago Barrios, and Noah Spradlin, Pine Tree ISD is proud to present the Pine Tree High School Marching Band, the Pride. The Bride's 2024 show is entitled Athlon, No Limits, featuring soloists Logan Wondridge, Arturo Valdez, Zoe Bowers, Sean Rackley, Temo Juarez, Brandon Hayes, Joanna Arroyo, and Carlos Salazar. Congratulations are in order also for the Pine Tree Band. They received consecutive first division ratings and earned at this year's region marching contest in Mount Pleasant. Tomorrow, we move to area in a bid to qualify for the second year in a row to go to the Texas State Marching Contest in San Antonio. We will be competing with 24 other bands in the area from Beaumont and Bridge City in the south, all the way to Sulphur Springs and Paris in the north. Good luck tomorrow. We know you will make all of Pine Tree proud. And now, performing their 2024 show, Athlon No Limits, ladies and gentlemen, the Pine Tree High School Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pine High School Marching Band. Directors of the marching band are Mark Perry, Abby Kent, Aaron Hindorf, Terrence Lloyd, and Carl Hale. The co-guard is under the direction of Pine Tree's own Miss Sydney Robinson, assisted by Miss Gabby Pumphrey. Marchers of the week are Brian Jimenez and Daniela Guevara. The Pine Tree Marching Band would also like to take a moment to announce this year's Band Beau and Band Sweetheart as voted on by the band students themselves. The 2024 Band Beau is Mr. Santiago Barrios. The 2024 Band Sweetheart is Miss Joanna Wyatt. Again, congratulations to all our seniors and for all of their hard work, dedication, and countless hours spent with this organization over the past 4 years. You will be truly missed.
Ahoy and welcome back to the second half at Pirate Stadium. You are live with the Veribank Pine Tree Live team. This is Michael Clemens Jr. and Coach Angel Rocha ready to bring you this second half battle between the Pine Tree Pirates and the Lindale Eagles. We are knotted up at 0, and Lindale will be getting the kick after halftime. We hope you enjoyed the Kilgore College halftime show. And we are about ready to play here at Pirate Stadium. Coach, what you got for us?
Yeah, I definitely want to start off with what is probably the most primary and most integral part of this game, and that'll have to be the defenses for both sides of tonight's game. For Lindale and for Pine Tree, I mean, defense has definitely taken over as it is a 0-0 ball game with two offenses that are known to score. I mean, you have Seth McFarland with about 5 tackles, Peyton Davis and Rugeley with 2 tackles apiece. Rugeley actually with a forced fumble that the defense wasn't able to get on top of. And then on the other side, you have the Lindale Eagles with 2 interceptions and in crucial points of the game. So a lot to talk about with the defense, and that's not to say that the offense hasn't been out there and been getting the job done either, because they really have. They just haven't been able to really punch it into the end zone or score any points.
Fowler is going to return the ball for the Eagles, and in on the tackle was Earl Williams and Anthony Anderson. So the Eagles will get the ball to start the second half. They will have it at their own 25-yard line.
Yeah, as far as MJ Cates goes, you know, like I said, the 2 interceptions looms large, but he is right now he's 3 for 5, 67 yards, about 22 yards per completion. And the more important thing, though, he does have 7 rushes and 30 yards on the ground. So he's getting it done in a myriad of ways. Like I said, 2 interceptions, yeah, kind of like the dark mark on the stat sheet for him, but if we know anything about MJ, he rebounds real quick, and he's going to lead his team down the field to atone for those interceptions.
First down and 10 for the Lindale Eagles. And they'll run a quarterback keeper. He's going to keep it after the option. It looks like he had the option there to either hand that off or keep it, and he chooses to keep it. He'll pick up a short gain on the play, second down.
Yeah, you got to think that Coach Cochran and the Lindale Eagles and that staff over there saw something at halftime they thought that they could capitalize on, so don't be surprised if we see more of a Wildcat offense here in the second half to see if they can spring that quarterback loose on some runs.
The Pirates with an opportunity to clinch a playoff berth tonight. Lindale really in a must-win situation. So it'll be third down for the Eagles.
Yeah, I think that's what you're seeing, Mike. You're seeing two teams that know that there's a lot to play for tonight. It's not just another game. And in this district, there are no given games. There is no just an easy game or an easy win or an easy night. I mean, this is called the District of Doom for a reason, and these guys are playing just like it. Lindale trying to hold on to playoff hopes while Pine Tree trying to solidify their playoff hopes.
Lindig hits his receiver in the flat. And coming up with the first down is going to be Carnathan, the sophomore tight end. First down, Eagles. First down and 10, Lindig. Going to the air. And it sails right over the head of Carl Turner. Ward with the reception. He goes out of bounds at the Pirate 47-yard line.
Yeah, this is where the Pine Tree Pirates need to make sure that they are able to get Lindig off of his spot right now. He's getting into his kind of a rhythm. A lot of timing routes right there. He looked to Cardigan on this first look and then hit Ward over the top. So right now the timing is kind of going in favor of the Lindale Eagles. Pine Tree is going to have to be able to do something to get him off of that rhythm and off of his spot and get him checking the ball down. Lindig really hasn't been sacked very much this season. A lot of it because he's really quick with his decision making. There's a one read, and if it's not there, he's automatically going to the check down or to his hot route. So very smart quarterback, and you got to be impressed with that kind of knowledge coming from a sophomore.
Second down and 4. Lindig hands off. It'll be third down and 2.
And here's what I was kind of talking about, Mike. Now you're going to see that Wildcat offense. And right there you see number 23. I think it's going to be Caleb Hart that is going to that's going to take the snap as the quarterback in this formation. Lindig goes off, and so it's a 100% run right here.
So 4 in the backfield for the Eagles. Don't know who's going to be getting the snap.
Yeah. That is quite the Kansas City Chief shift right there. Ward was out as the lone wide receiver, motion him into the backfield. There's 4 backs in the backfield pretty much, and they shift onto the other side so Ward can become the Wildcat quarterback per se, and then they run it to that side that he motioned from. Like I said, they're very well disciplined. They're being able to do that kind of stuff because they are so disciplined.
On first and 10, Eagles run the ball again for a gain of 5, second down.
Yeah, like I said, they saw something. I think they saw something at halftime while they were talking, and they think that they can attack the Pirate defense with quarterback-designed runs, and so that's why you're getting a heavy dose of Caleb Hart right now. And again, if you see Ward kind of check back into the backfield and, just know that the ball's going to him 100% of the time as well.
Thank you to our sponsors this evening, Energy Well Fab, Veteran Pride AC and Heat, Custom Graphics, and Barwell Solutions. Eagles getting closer to the red zone. And it's going to once again be third down.
Yeah, this is where Lindale is kind of in their wheelhouse, because right now they're playing with house money because they do have a pretty good field goal kicker in Seth Baggett that can kick from pretty far away. Right there you see Ward kind of doing the same thing. See if they run over here to the right again.
Ward at quarterback. Keeps it. Like you said, Coach, it is a wildcat formation. And Pirates saw this last week against Chapel Hill with the running back lining up in the backfield, but not with three players around them. And so Pirates didn't see this a lot in the first half, now seeing it multiple times on this on the opening possession of the second half by the Eagles. First down and goal, 8-yard line. It's going to be another keeper. This time it's Caleb Hart, the senior running back. He'll have it to the 4. It'll be second down and goal.
Pine Tree really just needs to figure out how do they break the rules that Lindale is making them set, and you're seeing that with the motions. The guy that they have at quarterback making them break into their rules as, who's checking what, linebackers doing what, safeties roll down, because you don't think that number 23, Caleb Hart's going to throw it. So it has to be telling the safeties in the corners to do something else.
Second down goal. And they run almost, look like a misdirection reverse. And coming up short is Carnathan at the 1-yard line. It will be third down and goal. And Pirates have had success this season stopping opponents at the 1- and 2-yard line. Lindale right now, though, throwing the kitchen sink of their running game at this Pirate defense. And that time taking it in for a PDQ America touchdown is Caleb Hart. So Hart is finally going to get this game, get a score on the board. So 6-0. Lindale now leads this game in the third quarter. And on for the extra point is Seth Baggett. As Coach mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Baggett, a D1 recruit. He can kick the ball very well. And that one goes down the middle. So Pirates now down 7-0. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Pirates will be getting the ball for the first time of this second half.
At ABC Auto Parts, what does parts and people you can trust really mean? It means our roots run deep in the communities where we live and do business. That our friendly expert staff is here for you, ready to go above and beyond to get the job done. And you can trust that ABC Auto Parts offers quality brand name parts in stock with competitive pricing, whether you shop online or in store. We are the parts and people you can trust. ABC Auto Parts.
It's 7-0. Lindale Eagles on the board. Caleb Hart takes it in for a one-yard touchdown run. The drive that began at the 25-yard line of the Eagles, 75 yards. And they ate up about 6.5 minutes off the clock. So Pirates will get this ball for the first time in the second half. As the kick sails through the end zone, it will be brought out to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Mike, kind of looking back and looking at the formation that they were running, that Wildcat formation, when they checked Ward into the backfield, I mean, they really do have him outnumbered, especially when they shift to the other side. You're having to account for two guys that can go for a pass out of the backfield. Now, obviously, you know that they don't want to pass the ball, but you still got to be able to respect it and still cover it. It still has to make sense to your rules, especially with a guy like Coach Hampton that gets six-city defense. You definitely have to look at it, but, man, just a really weird formation, and it worked for the Lindale Eagles.
Cates goes back to pass, and he's going to go off the hands of Jordan Taylor, and it's going to be intercepted. Picking that was Aiden Warnell. There are flags on the field, but they came in to note after the interception. So we will take a break, and we come back. It will be Eagle football.
SEER provides opportunities for students to enhance their skills and broaden their horizons. Through project-based learning, students get the chance to work on real-world problems, conduct research, and develop practical solutions. They have the freedom to explore their passion. This approach fosters critical thinking, problem-solving, and prepares students for the challenges of the rapidly evolving world. It's a dynamic and collaborative learning environment where students actively participate and are encouraged to take ownership of their education.
We are back, and the interception is going to stand for the Lindale Eagles. So Matt Cates' first play for the second half for the Pirates is going to be an interception. So Warnell's interception will have the Eagles back in business. It's first down and 10 at their own 47-yard line. 5:16 to go, third quarter. Eagles in the lead. Pirate defense looking like they're getting feisty, trying to strip the ball. And this is just a team that's had a lot of success against their opponents, but tonight not really able to get anything going on the offensive side of the ball. Defense has played good, but that previous drive lasted over 6 minutes for this Lindale offense. Now we're going to they'll find themselves in a 3rd down and 8 situation.
Yeah, pretty much a heavy passing down, and this is where Pine Tree's got to be careful. I mean, Lindale very well known for their screen game as well. Got to make sure that they account for number 88 for Lindale, Carnathan, and make sure that he doesn't sneak out somewhere. Lindale does a good job. I mean, he's a true tight end fullback, and they use him in the passing game more so than any high school team that I've seen this season.
So 3rd down, 8. Lindig, right side. Oh, and good defense right there by the Houston commit, Seth McFarland. It'll fall incomplete, and that was the stop the Pirates really needed to get right there. They could not afford for Lindale to have another one of those strong drives, running the ball, running the clock. But right there, they go 3 and out after the interception. So not a lot of damage, only about 15 seconds taken off the clock with that drive by the Eagles. So, about a minute. Minute and 15 seconds. So 4th down, Lindale. They're going to punt. Jordan Taylor back to receive, and you know he is going to want another opportunity, and I think that may have touched a Pirate player because Taylor came in and jumped on top of the ball. I'm not sure if he knew or not, but heads-up play if he did. Pirates will start the drive at their own 14.
Yeah, I think he was just making sure that it really didn't. And like you said, just a heads-up play, veteran player. A couple of the guys not aware that it was a short kick, And so just a heads-up play by Jordan, and obviously a really good play because, I mean, you jump on the ball that fast, it usually spits out and goes, sometimes over to the other team. So good job by Jordan making sure that he got that ball securely.
Well, and Coach, that just shows you that this team knows what's on the line with this game. They know what's at stake. Cates, shotgun, second possession, the third quarter. Cates is going to hurdle a defender for the Eagles and end up with a gain of around 7 yards on the play, second down.
I'll tell you one thing. He got me with that fake. I'm over here watching Lamarian run over to the sideline and nobody really getting to him, and it's because he didn't have the ball. So good fake by MJ as the offense tries to get something started. Really would feel a lot better if they were tied going into this fourth quarter.
Cates hands it off. And Hunter, big run. Will have it out across the 50. And there is a Sparkle janitorial flag on the field. If this play stands, it would be a gain of 28 yards. So offsides on the defense. Play's going to stand. So 28-yard run by Hunter. Well, they'll be at midfield for this next play.
Yeah, right there. The left defensive end for the Lindale Eagles. I think that was number 4, Caleb Walker. Just a little bit too close to the ball right there, and the crown of his helmet was actually over the ball, so that's what they called right there. That's the second time he's actually been called for that, so Lindale Eagle coach is probably not going to be too happy with that.
First down and 10, Cates, midfield. Hunter, big run on second down. Cates, quarterback keeper, looking for a hole, and another flag comes in.
Yeah,
this one looks like it's going to be a holding against the Pirates. So that's going to back them up 10 yards. It'll be first down and 20. They'll be back at their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, I think the right guard right there on that play was the culprit on that holding play. And for the most part, Pine Tree had played a pretty clean game. Not a whole lot of flags going against them. That one, and not a very good one, and at a pretty crucial point in this drive. It's one thing you can't do against a very well-disciplined team like Lindale. You can't get behind the sticks because then the call defensively goes in their favor pretty heavily.
2:45 to go, third quarter. Cates passing. And that one sells high, intended for Bonner. Second down, 20.
Yeah, Pine Tree trying to answer a fullback tight end, kind of a check down play that they've been really successful with over on the other side with Carnison. Try to get Bonner right out of the backfield as well. Just a little too high on that short throw by MJ.
Yeah, Coach, I'm not sure if he thought that was a play action pass there. Running back didn't come to him, but it looked like he almost took a quick pause. He took a pause there, thought it was a play action. Anyway, second down 20, 2:36. Third quarter. Cates looking down the left side for Smith. It's going to go incomplete. It'll be third down and long.
Yeah, any kind of completion right here would go a long way for Pine Tree, and I think there's a flag on the play. Yep. I think there's a little bit of action after the ball was out of MJ's hand, and that one will give the Pine Tree Pirate offense the break it probably needs right now.
So Pirates looking for something to happen, and they're going to get it. Referees throw the Sparkle janitorial flag, and it's going to be a 15-yarder against the Eagles. So now Pirates into Eagle territory at the 45-yard line. First down 10. Cates hands off Montgomery. Not able to get out of the backfield. He'll be stopped for no gain, second down.
It'll be interesting how Pine Tree looks to combat that, what they're doing on the defensive side for Lindale. It's almost like they're they're blitzing or stemming that defensive lineman on that weak side inside, and then having that outside backer right on his hip. So you got the handoff taken care of and the quarterback taken care of. No matter if he gives it, pulls it, if he doesn't make a move in the backfield, he's going to be taken down for either a loss or for no gain.
Second down and 10, Deckard in motion. And Cates had him open in the flat, but Cates is going to go deep. And it's going to hit his receiver in the hands. Incomplete. That pass intended for Brandon Smith. So Smith had to come back for that ball. It hung up in the air. And we are going to take a break here in the stadium. When we come back, it will be 3rd down and 10, Pirates.
Hey everyone, Steve Cluxon here, Superintendent of Pine Tree ISD. At Pine Tree, we believe every kid that walks through our doors deserves a right to go out and pursue the American dream. But that only happens if somebody takes the time to teach them how to be a successful adult. And we practice that every single day in every classroom and in every program. Because kids matter and our future matters. Come be a part of Pine Tree ISD.
We are back, and in it, quarterback for the Pirates is the junior Parker Johnson. On 3rd down and 10, he will hand off to Montgomery. Montgomery will pick up gain of about a yard. It'll be 4th down, and the punt team will come on for the Pirates. So Parker Johnson stepping in at quarterback on that play. 4th down and 10. Alex Morales comes on to punt. Back to receive for the Eagles is Aiden Warnell and Jackson Parker. Warnell with the interception earlier in the 3rd quarter. And it's a low boot. It almost looked like a duck hook golf shot. And it's going to go out of bounds around the 27-yard line.
Not completely terrible for the Pirates. Definitely wanted to start in a little bit better field position for the defense than that. Alex Morales just a little bit in a hurry on that punt right there, and he hasn't really been used. That's the first punt from either team in the game, and then we're talking about almost into the 4th quarter, Mike.
1st down and 10. Pirates knew that one was coming. McFarland and Palmer. And Bowie getting in the backfield. The 2nd down.
Yeah, and I think that was kind of started by Rugeley. Rugeley was a really good ball get off, was able to get his offensive lineman going backwards and open up the gap for Seth.
Second down and 11. Lindig hands off. And Millian Johnson with the run out for first down. Flag, though, thrown. It looked like there was going to be a holding on that play, and that's why he had so much open field in front of him on that left side.
Yeah, obvious holding play. Going to go in the favor of the Pirates. Lindale just kind of shooting themselves in the foot on big plays or after big plays. Seems like they have been the ones to get the flags in some pretty crucial moments, but yet they still lead 7-0 here in the third quarter.
Second down, 18. And this one is going to take us to the end of the third quarter. So no play's going to be ran. As the clock runs out, it'll be second 18. Lindale Eagle ball whenever we come back. Fourth quarter coming up.
Capture the world from new heights with M6 Drones and Media. We are your one-stop shop for all things media, offering top-notch aerial photography and videography services that will elevate your content to the next level. Whether it's capturing breathtaking landscapes, covering events with our expert event photography, or even live broadcasting, we've got you covered. With our state-of-the-art equipment and skilled team, your vision will come to life like never before. Let us take your storytelling to new heights.
We are back in Longview, Texas at Pirate Stadium. It is the fourth quarter of this District 9 4A matchup between the Lindale Eagles and your Pine Tree Pirates. Pirates could lock up a playoff spot tonight with a win. Eagles really in a must-win spot if they would like to be playing postseason ball. They'll have Chapel Hill next week. Excuse me, they'll have, I believe, Henderson next week. Pirates will be traveling to Palestine. So Lindale trying to get their run game going.
Yeah, they've gone back to that Wildcat formation. Caleb Hart back in at quarterback. Lindig on the sideline. And I think Coach Hampton has seen enough of that as he sends number 79, Prophet Hishaw, into the game to kind of slow down that running attack.
Third down, 15. Eagles really in a spot trying to run the clock. And they had possession a good majority of that third quarter. In the first half, the Pirates were in control of the ball most of the time. Now Lindale taking a cue out of their playbook. That's going to be Gately trying to run for the first down. He won't pick it up, so it'll be fourth down. Pirates will get this ball back. A little more than 10 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, Lindale knowing that the clock is in their favor and the field position battle in their favor as well, as long as they're able to flip the field on Pine Tree. Pine Tree needing a spark of some sort. See if they'll try to something on this special teams play.
And that ball's going to come to a rest at the Eagle 37-yard line, and Parker Johnson will come back into the game for the Pirates at quarterback. 10:25 to go, fourth quarter. Eagles up 7-0. Trying to come in here and play spoiler on senior night against the Pirates. The Bucks, though, have had luck late in the season or late in games throughout this season. Going back to Gilmer, first game of the season, they were down late in that ball game. Last week, Chapel Hill down late in that ball game. It's not an easy road to 7-1, but here are the Pirates. 10:25, Parker Johnson in at quarterback. They run a reverse, and Deckard not able to get it, but he does get the ball back. And then a flag comes in on the play. There's 2 flags on the field, and that play just did not look good from the start.
Yeah, and what did look good was the blocking on it. They sold the play going to the Lindale sideline, and he was going to have open field and a lot of green to run the ball if they were able to run that play the way it's supposed to. A little bit, I'm not sure if he was just a little bit too excited to get the toss off, and he tossed it too late or too early. Couldn't really tell. It just happened so fast. But good job by him getting the ball and getting back to the line of scrimmage, even gained a yard out of that when it looked like it was an atrocious play to begin with. But there is a flag on the play. What Pine Tree doesn't need is a penalty to go against them where they're behind the sticks.
We did see Parker Johnson come into the game at quarterback against Maybank. He did have a 17-yard completion late in that ball game. That's the only time we've seen him throw this year.
Excuse me. So I thought he got back to the line of scrimmage. He didn't. And the penalty was against Pine Tree, but Lindale okay with the negative play because they lost yardage on that. So Lindale okay with declining the penalty and taking the loss of yardage right there.
Second down, 15. Johnson's going to go to the air, and he lofts it up for a receiver. Deckard comes down with the ball. He'll have it into Eagle territory. So good pitch and catch. The athlete, Khalil Deckard, on the reception. So second down and 15 for the backup, no problem. Let me just hit Deckard down the sideline real quick. Pirates now at the Eagle, 36.
Parker Johnson making the most of this opportunity, and glad to see him get his first completion right there. He knows he can do it, and now it should just be easy. Now it's just playing the game and putting his Pirates in a great position to try to win this game.
Lamarion now has some running room after the passing game opens him up. As now the Pirates approach the red zone. Gain of 14 on the play. Pirates down to the 23.
Last week, Mike, we talked about, hey, it's not just one person. It's just not one player. We've seen a lot of players step up in different situations and in different ways for the Pine Tree Pirate offense. And then right now, right here with 9:30 left to go here in the fourth quarter, they're going to have to lean on that methodology a lot more.
First down 10, 23-yard line. Johnson handoff. Hunter not able to get much room on that one. Gain of 3. Second down.
Still a good play as we see Attaway checking into the game now. But that's a good play for the Pirates. Now they are in the red zone, and so you're really looking at making this an ugly game. You know, MJ, not sure how long he's going to be sidelined for now. Pirates going with Parker Johnson, and it's Parker Johnson and the rest of the Pirates ready to try to even this game up at 7.
Johnson drops back. They set up the screen pass. And it's going to be knocked incomplete. That play was really over before it got started. Getting in the backfield was Alexis Maladano. 3rd down, 7. And right now, Chapel Hill is up on Henderson 21-7. So there's a 3-way tie right now in the district. And if it were to end today, it would be a split district championship. Kilgore would be in the 1 seed, Pine Tree in the 2nd seed, Henderson in the 3rd. But a Henderson loss could really cause some chaos at the top. Pirates trying to stay in that number 2 seed and clinch a playoff berth tonight. Parker Johnson, 3rd down. And Sparkle janitorial flag on the play. Looks like a false start on the Pirates. That's going to drop him back 5 yards to the 25. It will be 3rd down, 12.
Yeah, I played a pretty clean game up until this point. Now the flags are kind of starting to fly in a little bit. You see that both teams are taking a couple more chances. Time's running out. A lot at stake right now.
Third down and 12. And going to the end zone for Deckard is Johnson. And just one stride too short. It's going to fall incomplete. From here, you're looking at around a 41, 42-yard field goal. Last week, the Pirates did go for it on 4th down from the 25-yard line of the Bulldogs. And Johnson and the offense will stay on the field. 8:35 to go, 4th quarter. Johnson will have Deckard on the inside. 3 wide receivers to the top of your screen. That's Khalil in motion. So spread formation. Johnson going to throw it up quick. He goes to the end zone. And it's going to be caught by Jordan Taylor for a PDQ America PT TD Pine Tree touchdown. Johnson to Taylor. There is a Sparkle janitorial flag on the field. We'll see what the call is. It is going to be a touchdown, personal foul, roughing the quarterback. So no matter what, the Pirates are about to have a 1st down. But instead, we're going to take the touchdown. So Johnson to Taylor on 4th down, 25-yard touchdown pass. And on for the extra point is going to be Julian Ibarra. High snap. They get it down. Taylor. And it sails down the middle. We are tied back up at Pirate Stadium. 7-7. 8:30 to go. 4th quarter. We'll be back with more Pirate football.
Hey everyone, Steve Cluxon here, Superintendent of Pine Tree ISD. At Pine Tree, we believe every kid that walks through our doors deserves a right to go out and pursue the American dream. But that only happens if somebody takes the time to teach them how to be a successful adult. And we practice that every single day in every classroom and in every program. Because kids matter and our future matters. Come be a part of Pine Tree ISD.
Ahoy, it's the 4th quarter, and we are tied up in this District of Doom 9-4A matchup between the Lindale Eagles and the Pine Tree Pirates. We've got 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Both teams went scoreless in the first half, but have since each put up a touchdown in this second half. Caleb Hart had a 1-yard touchdown run for the Lindale Eagles on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And then right there, Parker Johnson connecting with Jordan Taylor in the corner of the end zone on a 4th down and 12 play, 25-yard touchdown pass. So we are all knotted up here in Longview.
Yeah, right on the previous play, on the previous offensive play, the unsportsmanlike conduct that came after the touchdown, they assessed the penalty on the kickoff, and usually you see teams go for an onside kick right there. You're playing with house money and whatnot. But at this point in the game, 8:30 left, tied up 7-7, and the defense playing like the way it is. Coach Bachman just said, look, we're not going to put our defense in a bad spot. If we can gain an extra 10 yards and push them back an extra 10 yards, and that's what we're going to do. And he just makes Alex Morelos sell it out of the end zone right there.
First down and 10. And Hart is going to keep it.
Yeah, now it's on the defense to make the adjustment. I mean, we know what is kind of working for the Lindale Eagles, and it really has been this Wildcat formation, run first type of offense that they've been running, with Caleb Hart taking the snaps and handing the ball off, or keeping it himself mostly on the drives he's been in.
Second down 4. Hart keeps it again. Pirates trying to stop him. They will, short of the first down marker. And this defensive line, which really had their way with Lindale in the first half, was kind of pushed around in that opening drive. Right there, Montgomery getting in and stopping them. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
Ball key, ball discipline right here. Watch the ball and then just play your gap and play low. That's what the Pirate defensive line needs to do right here.
And Lindale, it looked like they had 11 players all in a line blocking. Will come up with the first down and have it to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, that play was designed to go one way and one way only. There's no cutback. Lindale offensive line kind of got the upper hand on the defensive line versus Pine Tree. And right now, 7 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Don't want Lindale to get too far into Pirate territory, as they do have a Division I talent in Seth Baggett that can kick a field goal. So Lindale's still kind of in charge right now as far as momentum and what they have going for them in this quarter.
And that was a submarine hit by Anthony Anderson, taking out the legs of the running back Gately. Second down, 9.
Really have enjoyed watching Anthony Anderson really come into his own these past few weeks, really, since district has started. He's done a real good job in pass coverage and then coming down the lane a hat when he has to.
Lindale running again. Hart keeps it. It'll be a gain of 7 on the play, 3rd down and 2.
It looks a little different than what we saw at the beginning of district, but Lindale kind of taking that Maybank approach, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, get it to a 3rd and manageable, maybe even where you can go for it on 4th down, as the clock is in their favor and a field position battle is in their favor as well.
3rd down 2. Boom, getting in the backfield right there with a big hit is Bonner. And a timely play by the senior linebacker is going to put the Eagles into a punting situation. That was a huge play for the Pirates, because if that ball would have been still a 4th down and 2 or 3, Eagles are going for it right here. But a big stop by Bonner pushes them back. 4th down and 6. Pirates are going to get another opportunity.
Yeah, kind of like I was telling you earlier, right before that play, it was that kind of Maybank kind of play, as I think Pine Tree is taking a timeout right here. But it's that Maybank type of mentality where get to as close of a 4th down as you can and then go for it again, especially if you're around midfield. And now with this punt coming up, the favor really goes back into the Pirates' favor, because now you're taking the the ball out of Lindale's hands. They can't have the ball to try that last second field goal as they run the clock down. Now the Pirates are going to get it, and now they'll be in the driver's seat as well as far as how they can manage and look to win this game.
So the Pirates stand tall on defense. And, Coach, what a difference one drive makes. Parker Johnson with the 25-yard touchdown pass on the previous drive for the Pirates to Jordan Taylor. And, man, it was you could cut the tension with a knife in this stadium. But now the Pirates are going to get the ball back. It's basically a 0-0 football game. And the pressure is going to be off to the point where now your playbook's going to be a little bit more open. You can run the ball. You can pass the ball. It just seemed like the back was against the wall on their previous drive, but now they're a little bit more open. Lamarion Hunter having some more success in this second half. We'll see if he can get some things going on this drive. Parker Johnson will be in for the remainder of this football game with 4:48 to go.
Yeah, and the Pirates are not strangers to this kind of situation. Again, what did we talk about at the very beginning of senior night? How MJ came in as a sophomore and kind of lit it up against Kilgore. Now we're looking to Parker Johnson to do that in a very unconventional situation, but a situation nonetheless to where he's going to have to perform to give the Pirates the best opportunity and the chance to go win this game and keep the hopes of a title, a shared title at that, keep those hopes alive.
So Pirates run the ball on first down and 10. They'll pick up about a yard. It'll be second down.
Yeah, I like the play call. Lamarion kind of had the hot hand in the last drive. Gave it back to him again, see if he could look to break anything to the outside of that formation. Now going to be looking to see maybe a quick screen to Jordan Taylor by Parker Johnson. Playbook still open for the Pirates.
Second down 9, 4:10 to go in the game. Taylor in motion, handoff. And Hunter's going to spin his way for another gain of 1 yard. It will be third down and 8.
Yeah, the best thing is that the clock is still running. Definitely need to look at least to get at least one first down and a little bit more yardage. If the Pirates are going to have to give the ball back to Lindale, definitely don't want to do it to where they're so close to midfield. So definitely looking to see if they can pick up this first down. And Parker Johnson has shown that he can go to the air.
Eagles showing a blitz. And they are going to bring the pressure. And Parker Johnson is just going to slide down. So on third down and 8, it's going to be a loss of 3 yards on the play. And the punt team will come on for the Pirates. Right here, Morellis. Pirates in big need of a big punt. And Lindale will take their first Texas Semi-Trailers timeout. We'll take a timeout in the booth when we come back. It'll be fourth down. Alex Morellis comes on to punt for the Pirates. Back to receive for Lindale is Aiden Warnell and Jackson Parker. And it is a good punt. It's going to go airborne. We will have a return, but a good tackle by Brandon Smith. So Parker picks up about 7-8 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have the ball at the Pirate 40-yard line, 45-yard line.
Yeah, close to a 45-yard punt for Alex Morales, and really at this point, not really sure what the wind is doing. I know there is a wind down there. You see the flags kind of whipping around the stadium, so there is a little bit of a wind factor, but you can't ask for much more than the punt that they just got from Alex Morales, and now it's going to be on the defense's back as far as what they do against this run-heavy offense from Lindale as Hart is back into the game.
First down 10. Hart in at quarterback, and he'll keep it. McFarland holding on for the tackle, gain of 6. Two and a half to play in the game. Second down 4. Pirates have 2 timeouts remaining. Eagles also with 2 timeouts. 7-7. Hart, handoff to Gately. Deckard comes up to make the tackle. It'll be a loss of 1, and that was a timely tackle. And really, this is pretty close to 4-down territory for the Eagles. They're probably one more first down away from being into field goal range for Baggett.
Yeah, this next play has to either go for no gain or for a loss if you really want to make sure that you control what Lindale does on the play after this play.
Pirates now really looking best case scenario is to force an overtime in this football game. 90 seconds to go. And there will be a timeout on the field. Lindale's going to want to look this one over. We will take a break in the booth and we come back. Third down, 5 Eagles.
.97% of trucking companies have less than 20 trucks. At Texas Semi-Trailers, we understand the challenges small business truckers face. We offer trailer leasing options on flatbed, step deck, and lowboy trailers. In addition to leasing, we have a service and alignment center located in White Oak. To set up a service appointment, call 903-984-5470 or visit TexasSemiTrailers.com.
We are back. Where there's 1:31 to go in this football game. It'll be third down 5 for the Eagles. Pirates really in need of a stop. Hart going to keep it running hard. He's out close to the marker. He did not get there. He's going to be about a yard short. So now the Eagles with decision time. It's going to be 4-down territory. And they are going to go for it. And really, this is a flip of a coin because the Pirates have had success stopping their running game, and then other times they haven't. They were able to get into the backfield on the previous drive on third down. On this drive, second down, they were able to get into the backfield. But now we're going to have a 4th down play. Hart at quarterback, takes the snap, and he's going to go to pass it. He throws it up in the air and incomplete. So big stop for the Pirates.
Man, really and truly, I think Lindale thought they were playing with house money. I mean, under a minute left. If worst case scenario you get, which is right now, you give the ball back to Pine Tree with less than a minute. Best case scenario, you complete that pass and you go on to win the game. But that's real brave going for something like that right now, especially when in one play it can change completely. Lamarian has shown that he can break off the big play. Parker has shown that he can complete the play. If I was Parker, I would take that offense to that and say, you don't think I can lead these guys down and win the game for them. So it'll be interesting to see how this pays off for Lindale.
46 seconds to go in the football game. Pirates at their own 38-yard line. 2 Texas semi-trailer timeouts remaining. And a big run right here. Getting the ball down the field across midfield into Eagle territory is Lamarion Hunter. So a big play, gain of 20 yards on the play. First down and 10 Pirates. He got out of bounds too, so the clock's going to stop. Smart play by the senior.
Yeah, and Pine Tree has 2 timeouts, so really and truly you can go for something in the middle of the field. You can maybe even pop a draw play because maybe Lindale's thinking the same thing. So 2 timeouts in favor of Pine Tree right now.
Jordan Taylor in motion. Johnson. Hands off to Hunter again. This time it'll be a gain of 4. And Coach Bachman will call a timeout. And, Coach, I want to go back to that 4th down play. I think that was the first pass of the second half for the Eagles. And Hart had been running the ball so well that I don't know. I mean, you got 4th down and 1, and their running game had been proven. I don't want to say that they had been stopped for some losses, stopped for no gains, but I mean, you got about a yard to go, and you're running the ball strong.
You're exactly right. It was definitely the first pass for Hart in any situation, but really and truly, you're right, Mike. The probability is higher if you just run the ball of picking up the first down. I don't even think it's 50-50 if he catches that ball, because I don't even know how much Hart actually throws it. But, man, the probability is higher if you just run the ball right there, pick up the first down. If not, you give the ball back exactly where you gave it to him when you threw for the ball. So not really sure what Lindale was doing right there, and right now we're trying to see if it comes back to bite them.
2nd down and 6, Parker Johnson, 33 seconds to go in the football game, and there's flags on the field. It's going to be false start against the Pirates. So out of the timeout, the Pirates jump. That's not going to help their cause.
Yeah, basically lose the yardage that Lamarion had picked up with the draw play earlier. But still, don't want to give Lindale any favors, especially when you're, I want to say, a good 25 yards away from a legit field goal chance for the Pirates.
So now Pirates back at the Eagle 48-yard line, handed off again, draw play. And Hunter. And now Bachman will call a timeout with 23 seconds to go. Say a little bit of time run off. It's 3rd down. Lindale still does have 1 timeout remaining. So Pirates now out of timeouts.
Yeah. Kind of interesting to see what Bachman kind of goes as far as this goes, because right now if you run the ball and you don't pick it up, you're going to be forced into a 4th down. Lindale has the timeout. They could call a timeout and then put in some sort of punt rush, get a punt block, and you're in a myriad of situations right here. Definitely the last one with the marker wins this battle. So, and if you go for the pass and you get an incompletion, then you basically help Lindale out as well, because they don't have to use that timeout and can use it on the other side if they get the ball back. So a lot of different scenarios playing out, and just 22 seconds left in this 4th quarter.
So Parker Johnson takes the snap, and it goes over his head. He's still going to throw the screen pass. He gets it off. And Jordan Taylor is going to have it out for a first down. The clock will stop. He's going to get an opportunity.
He can kill it right here.
To kill the clock. And they're trying to get it set. And man, that's the fastest I've seen a referee snap. And there we go. Parker Johnson snaps it and clocks it. So they're at the 28-yard line. This would be about a 44-yard kick. Now, Morales may have the leg to get it there.
And it will be Morales. Morales is the one coming out there. Julian usually the place kicker, but Morales can play hero. The senior kicker for Pine Tree can play hero if he can nail this one for Pine Tree.
I'll tell you, the line judge right there really, it almost like he lost control. He should have stopped for a second and got that ball ready. He really just threw that down and ran off, did not give them a very good chance. But here we go. Alex Morales will have to wait.
Man.
Lindale is going to call their third timeout.
Yeah, and they did a favor to Pine Tree because the play clock was running down. They called a timeout right before. The Pirates probably would have taken a 5-yard penalty, and it would push this kick a whole lot farther back.
I don't know. I don't know who's running this clock. I don't know about this line judge. All that happened really fast. I really think that they didn't even know what yard line he was at.
If the Dallas Cowboys have that line judge when y'all played the San Francisco 49ers and ran out of time at the end of the game, y'all are probably not talking the way that they're talking about the Dallas Cowboys right now because, man, he really did spot it really fast and the clock started again really fast.
All right, snaps have been a little bit high here. It's going to be a 45-yard kick. Alex Morales on Jordan Taylor with the hold. 8 seconds to go in the game.
There's no flag.
And we'll see there is a flag. It's going to be false start on the Pirates. So that's going to push them back 5 yards at a time that you absolutely did not need that.
Well, there's the 5 yards that they would have given for the delay of game. So the Pirates give the favor right back to Lindale.
And Bachman will keep Morales on the field. It's going to be a 50-yard attempt. So Morales, who we've seen maybe once, senior for the kick, and it's going to be blocked. And so it looks like we are going to be heading to overtime. There is going to be 1 second remaining. So Lindale will have the opportunity to run a play, but knotted up at 7. Lindale may try something here, but given they have not been passing the ball a lot in this second half, and you got the opportunity to take it down to the 25-yard line in overtime and just battle it out with the Pirates, with backup quarterback Parker Johnson in the game. We'll see what they elect to do. And it does look like they're just going to take a knee and take this game into overtime. And that's going to be end of regulation. We're going to take a brief pause in the action here on the Veribank Pine Tree Live broadcast. When we come back, it's overtime football.
At ABC Auto Parts, what does parts and people you can trust really mean? It means our roots run deep in the communities where we live and do business. That our friendly expert staff is here for you, ready to go above and beyond to get the job done. And you can trust that ABC Auto Parts offers quality brand.
All across East Texas and around the world, former Kilgore College students are working hard for their best life. They're building a brighter future. They're moving in the right direction. They're in powerful positions. And they're superheroes protecting and serving. If you're ready to work for your best life, put Kilgore College to work for you.
Welcome back to the Veribank Pine Tree Live broadcast. You are live in the booth with Michael Clemens Jr. and Coach Angel Rocha. We're ready to bring you bonus football here at Pirates Stadium, where the Lindale Eagles and the Pine Tree Pirates are tied up at 7. Lindale will have the first opportunity with the ball. Each team will get a chance So Lindale will start at the 25-yard line. This is not sudden death. The Eagles will have an opportunity with the ball, and the Pirates will have an opportunity with the ball. Very similar to college football rules. Eagles having success running the ball. Hart's going to stay in at the quarterback position. And Pirates trying to bring him down. They eventually will, but it's going to be a pickup of 7 on the first play of overtime.
Yeah, right there. Wasn't really sure what they were going to go with right out of the break from the regulation time. But really and truly, this is what they have had the most success doing. Wildcat formation giving the defense some fits here in the second half and here in overtime. Here's that play, Mike.
You don't know which one is going to get it. And on that carry is going to be Ward. But Ward not having any luck. It'll be third down. That's what I'm saying. Pirates, they've been good against the run in this second half, and they keep putting the Eagles in these third down tricky situations. But it's always third down and 2.
Yeah, and so right here, especially with Hart in, now you can't say it's going to be a 100% run because he obviously did pass the ball earlier or late in the fourth quarter. So definitely Pirates still have to play disciplined football, but really running to stopping Hart in the backfield here.
Hart with Gately on his right side. He is going to keep it. Hart picks up the first down, and Anderson comes up to make the tackle. And it should be first down and goal at the 10.
Yeah, right there. Defense just electing to kind of just play in the gaps, try to stuff them up. Lindale a little bit on the upper side as far as movement and was able to find a little gap for Hart to pick up the first down on that play.
First down and goal. At the 10, Hart handoff, right side, keeps it. And a big hit from McFarland. As the two teams exchange words after the play, it'll be second down and goal.
Again, just very eerie and very reminiscent of kind of a Maybank kind of mentality. Just run 2-3 yards, cloud of dust, and live to play another down.
7-7, first possession of overtime. Hart is going to go down, so Pirates big stop.
And it's something else. I would like to, hopefully this goes in the favor of the Pirates, but I would really like to see Coach Hampton break this film down and kind of see how Lindale is doing all this. I mean, really and truly, they're playing with 2 extra blockers in every sense of the fashion.
Third down and goal. Gately to the right. Johnson to the left. Hart is going to throw it. He's under pressure. And it's going to be a jump ball in the end zone. Carl Turner, good defense on the play. Clean defense. At a time when the Pirates needed it, it'll be fourth down and goal. And Baggett, the D1 recruit, will come onto the field for the Eagles.
Yeah, I think Hart thought that the defensive line had jumped off sides, and they did jump, but it looked like they did not break the line of scrimmage, and so no flag, no first down, and Baggett on to kick.
So Hart will be the holder. Baggett with the 25-yard field goal attempt. It's a little bit of a missed snap, and the Pirates block it. And McFarland's got it. Here on senior night at Pirate Stadium, Pirates come up with a block in overtime, and now the Pirates will have the ball at the 25-yard line. A field goal wins the game. A touchdown wins the game. So Lindale, with their first opportunity, get their field goal blocked on fourth and goal. Now the Pirates will have their chance at a win.
Well, we concentrated so much on Baggett being the Division I recruit for kicking that we There's two things that go, or really three things that go into a successful field goal kick, PAT kick, whatever you want to call it. The snap, very important. The kick, obviously important. But the hold, if you don't get that, you don't have anything. And right there, just fumbled it right at the end. Almost a Tony Romo-esque kind of play. And it might spell doom for the Lindale Eagles.
So really, the Pirates take that opportunity away from the Eagles. Parker Johnson in at quarterback. And he's going to go to the end zone and try to end this right here. Brandon Smith fighting for the ball, not able to come down with it. It will be 2nd down and 10.
Referees, for the most part, letting the guys play. Not a whole lot of flags being thrown unless they're absolutely necessary. Right there, a lot of hand tussling from both sides. So, you know what? Let them play. Don't let this be dictated by referee call. Referee's doing a good job right there. It's a really good game, really well called game by coaches, officials, everybody.
2nd down, 10. Any score would win for the Pirates. Jordan Taylor, right side, has it out into the red zone. It's going to be a gain of 7 on the play. Gain of 8, so it'll be 3rd down and 2.
That's really the play they tried to set up earlier in the fourth quarter, and Johnson kind of fumbled the snap around and wasn't able to get it cleanly to Jordan Taylor, able to do that, and real close to their 1st down right there.
3rd down and 2. Pirates need to pick this one up. They also had a field goal attempt block. And here, running in open field, it's going to be Lamarion Hunter in for a PDQ America PTTD Pine Tree touchdown. Pirates win.
Number 24 underneath that jersey has a Superman shield underneath it. What a play from Lamarion Hunter. And on senior night, no one better to do it than him. Wow, what a play. And what grit by this Pirate offense. You called it early in the fourth quarter, Mike. The Pirates have been down over and over. They've seen this situation before, and in the face and in the eyes of what looked to be a sure defeat, they never blinked and just kept on trucking through, and they get the win.
What a game. The Pirates with an opportunity to end the game at the end of the fourth quarter. Not able to do it. It goes into halftime. And the Pirates hornswoggle the ball away on a blocked field goal themselves. Able to get the ball back, and Lamarion Hunter takes it in for the game-winning touchdown. Pirates 13-7 here in Longview, Texas, are going to come up with the win and clinch a playoff berth out of the District of Doom.
Talk about a big check box for the Pine Tree Pirates. Everybody had the question, what could they do this year? And on senior night and in the biggest night thus far in the season, they performed, they executed when they needed to. Not the prettiest of games, but if we know anything about these Pirates and this Pirate football team, the Pirate football program led by Coach Bachman, is that it doesn't have to be a pretty win. And in some cases, Coach Bachman would always take an ugly win as long as it's a win for the Pirates. And nonetheless, Pirate Nation is victorious once again tonight.
You are now in the ABC Auto Parts post-game show. Thank you for sticking around for this one. I know we didn't have to twist your arm, East Texas. This was a big game and a big finish. So Pirates are going to get the W tonight at Pirate Stadium. Lamarion Hunter goes over 100 yards on that game-winning touchdown run. And wow, what a finish here at Pirates Stadium. 107 yards on the night for Hunter. In a tough game where the backup quarterback, Parker Johnson, had to come in late in this one, leads the Pirates down on a 63-yard touchdown drive with roughly 8.5 to go in this game. He throws a touchdown pass on 4th and 12 to Jordan Taylor to tie this one up. And then in overtime on their first possession, the Lindale Eagles get their field goal blocked. And then the Pirates on their first possession, Lamarion Hunter takes it in for the touchdown. Coach, what you got for us?
I'm almost in disbelief. I mean, and you went through an entire half with, just a heavyweight type of boxing match, just each team just laying a haymaker here and there, but nobody really up in the cards. And then you get to second half, and it's like strategy goes out of the minds of these two competitive football teams, and it just goes for all-out mayhem. I couldn't have written that at the end, Mike. I mean, you're talking about a blocked field goal from what would be one of the most for sure kickers we've ever faced, this season as far as field goal kickers go in this district. I mean, Seth Baggett, definitely a Division I talent. We saw it on the kickoffs and then the one PAT he was able to kick. But, man, to not get the hold and even get the chance at it, and then for Lamarion at the end, I'm telling you again, Mike, around this time, I'm not really sure what point. It might have been in the last game, but when Lamarion went down last year, he tore his ACL, was out, rehabbed. Coach Dinkins did such a great job with him, rehabbing through the off season, through the summer, got him ready for week 1, and for him, got a little banged up in the middle of the year, and for him on senior night, maybe his last game here at Pirate Stadium, to score the game winner. I mean, that's stuff you find in movies, Mike. I mean, really and truly. I mean, you couldn't have scripted it out better. I mean, tip your hat off to the Lindale Eagles. They were coming into the game 2-2, fighting for playoffs, and they played like it. They played like a team that really needed to win, and they played desperate. And that's a dangerous football team over there. A desperate football team, the most dangerous thing you can play, even if you're looking at them on the other side, looking at them as a 7-1 team. That's a dangerous football team. Had every chance to win it. Luckily for Pirate Nation, Pirates with the dub.
Coach, you're exactly right. A desperate team, a team that's been pushed into a corner, plays so hard, and the Lindale Eagles tonight fighting for their postseason life. Last week, Pirates play against Chapel Hill. Chapel Hill fighting with backups in at quarterback and at running back. Absolutely fighting. These were two gritty games. Two extremely gritty games that the Pirates were really able to dig deep. Coach Bachman keeping his team, these guys, in the game, throughout the game. There was plenty of opportunities these guys could have given up. But there's a funny thing about this Pine Tree team. When you push them in a corner, in a game, and you get them late in the game, they find a way. And they have been able to do it time and time again, and that is why they are 8-1 on the season, and they improved to 4-1 in district play with Palestine Wildcats next week to go. Pirates lock up a playoff spot. And Chapel Hill, last time I checked, was down 28-7. Chapel Hill was up 28-7 on Henderson. So it's going to take the Pirates out of the district championship equation. But we're not here for that trophy. We want more.
Yeah.
And so the Pirates, looking like they're going to be a number 2 seed going into the playoffs, their first year in the district to do.
Yeah, I mean, you said it exactly right. Would Pine Tree like a district championship? Yes. Obviously, that's one of the check boxes you look at when you start, the football season. Losing to Kilgore kind of put that in doubt. Obviously, we still had a chance coming in. Henderson not looking like they're going to be able to hold their end of the bargain. Kind of throws out that 3-way tie and, Kilgore obviously has the head-to-head against us, so that's how it takes us out of the equation as far as the district championship goes. But you're exactly right. There are other trophies that are a little bit sweeter than the district championship. I buy a district championship trophy, pretty sweet. Area championship, pretty sweet. Go on and go on and go on, and obviously the end goal is to play in Jerry World. But Mike, I think you said it. You hit the nail on the head. They find a way to fight back. They always have a puncher's chance. Get lucky on a swing, and right there gives you life. They could have looked at their fearless leader on the sideline, not going back in. Parker Johnson hadn't taken much of a snap this year except for a little cleanup time in Maybank. Came in, threw a touchdown pass, said, I'm here too. I can throw the ball too. Definitely next man up mentality, and kudos to that guy. I mean, for not being scared of the moment and getting into it. And then, but it doesn't hurt to have number 24 in the backfield with you as well, just to know that, hey, do what you can and then give it to me. Lamarian, man, again, to do it on senior night, we've been saying his name for quite some time as part of this broadcast, and to know that, we are looking at a set number of games, hopefully as many as we can, of saying that guy's name, kind of makes me a little sad, but man, very blessed to see the fight in this Pine Tree Pirate team.
Coach, I want to go back to 50 seconds to go in the ball game when Coach Cochran for the Eagles decided to throw it on 4th down and 1. Now, they were not in field goal position, but if you get that first down and maybe 7 or 8 more yards, you got a Division I recruit kicker that I'm guessing you're going to be that he can kick it 50 yards, and he throws the pass with heart. I believe it may have been it was either the first. It was one of maybe 3 passes we saw in the entire second half. I think it was the only pass. And so you decide then you want to throw the ball on 4th and 1 when your team has had so much success. Pirate defense stands tall, plays good defense, and able to get that ball back. Now, Pirates, they had some late game drama, but not able to go down and score. But go back to that play, really right there, Lindale, it looked like was very much in control of this game. But Pirates, like we said, they just do not give up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and, maybe that's what Coach Cochran had in mind. Like, maybe I go for the knockout right here and take it out of the puncher's chance that we've seen, Pine Tree be very accustomed to getting. Take it out of the equation and just go for the home run. And sometimes, when you swing big, sometimes you strike out. And definitely a strikeout moment for him and for the team. But, definitely, I can see, like, why take it to the wire when this team, dating back to last year, has shown to come up big in the most improbable moments. How many field goal blocks, how many of those situations have we seen these Pirates in? And they have had success in them. If I'm looking on the other side, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna put it to a field goal block to where the momentum goes all the way over to them. So I can kind of see it. Yeah, 20/20 hindsight, he might get back and say, man, probably should have ran it. And shoulda, coulda, woulda, definitely gets you, back at home with the clicker, looking at plays and wondering. But, you definitely can't second guess it. And, man, everybody definitely has an opinion on that, and you can go whichever way with it. But, if I'm Coach Cochran over there, I'm definitely not thinking like, hey, I'm gonna see if they'll hang around. I'm gonna go for the knockout punch, and he went for it, just didn't land. So, yeah, but big play, because I do think that kind of shifted everything going into overtime to the Pirate side.
So, Coach, as we shift now, let's take a breath. But as we shift now to the final game of district play next week, Pirates going to hit the road and go to Palestine to play the Wildcats. Wildcats, I saw, were up. Last time I checked, they were up on Maybank by a touchdown. Palestine, though, not as good as in recent years, but still anybody in this team can win on any Friday night. The Pirates next week are going to have to get it going sooner.
Yeah, and, you alluded to it earlier in, I think, the post-game show. I mean, you're talking about a gritty game against Henderson, a gritty game against Chapel Hill, a gritty game obviously tonight against Lindale. And it's just like it's different scenarios, just different situations that the Pine Tree Pirates are finding their opponents in. Not so much Pine Tree. Pine Tree's in. They're in the playoffs, or they were had a better chance to get into the playoffs than the teams that they're facing. Next week, it's not any different. We're going to Palestine. Guess what it is for Palestine? It's the last game of the season, more than likely. So that's their seniors' last game. It's going to be senior night. They're going to have something to play for. It's not like they're going to say, oh, well, we're not going to the playoffs. We have nothing to play for. Let's just go and roll out the red carpet for Pine Tree, who's coming in 8-1. No, they're going to play. They have a really good running back over there. He's a very heavily recruited running back as well. So it's not like they're just going to say, okay, we can just give up. We're not going to make the playoffs. They're going to have something to play for. Every team, every well-coached team always has something to play for. It's called pride. That's why you play the game. You might not win. You might not get into the playoffs, but you definitely want to end the season, because for these guys, I mean, how many guys do you know that still talk about when they played, the moments and the memories that they made with their high school football teams? There's definitely something to play for, and Pine Tree is going to find themselves in a position where they're going to have to take care of business. And like you said, they're going to have to try to take care of business early, put Palestine out early. That way you can get to the point where you can start resting people and start looking to postseason play, because you are in postseason play no matter what happens next week.
Well, and there could be some question marks, obviously, going into next week. This offense may have a little bit of a different look. It too early to tell, but we could have a different looking offense next week. One thing I do know is that Lamarion Hunter is running hard right now. The Pirates coming up with 163 yards on the ground tonight against this Lindale defense. Not able to really move the ball through the air. And really, we heard that before the game, that Lindale was going to be a tough team to pass on, and that proved to be true. They had a tough defensive line. But the Pirates next week will have to try to get something going earlier in that ball game. They've been able to move the ball early in ball games, but just not putting up the points that they need to. And the other thing is, you don't want to start looking ahead to the playoffs the next week. Now, we'll say the Pirates have been able to close seasons out strong. The previous 2 years, back when we were in 5A, the last 2 years, last year, go back, Texarkana, Pirates go in to Texarkana and play Texas High, and still a win from them. I think Texas High was ranked number 2 in the state. So the Pirates, they're no stranger to big games for the last game of the season on senior night for their opponent. So I have a feeling Coach Bachman's going to have this team ready. But, Coach, it's what a fun night this has been. I will say I really like real close games like 35-0 Pirates winning. But, man, these games, they're a lot of fun. But I've got to imagine they're putting more gray hairs on our head.
Yeah, I'm definitely aged. I mean, to say that Pine Tree is 8-1, we definitely have called some games up in this broadcast booth, and yeah, we are 8-1, and it's been fun calling these 8-1 games, especially coming out with victories like tonight. But man, I'm up here. I'm still having tough time breathing. I don't know if I need to get in shape or what, but man, it went down to everything. I mean, and you really got to give it up to how well coached these guys are. I mean, looking at it, looking over to the other side and not blinking at all and saying, hey, we're still here. We're still in the fight. And what I love the most is after Seth picked up that blocked field goal attempt by Baggett at the end, at the beginning of overtime, he came, ran over, and the first thing he did was go hug MJ. And, I'm pretty sure he told him, like, hey, man, we got you. Don't worry about it. And, again, not speculating on MJ's status for next week. I'm not a trainer. Pine Tree has the best in the state, and Coach Dinkins and his staff. So I'm not going to speculate on that, but whatever the case may be, whether it's number 4, number 11 in the backfield, I know that number 24, number 29, number 17, they're in the backfield as well. Number 10, number 1, number 5, number 6, they're on the outside. And if that doesn't help, man, you got a myriad of numbers over there on the other side with Seth McFarland, Keyshawn, Rougeley. You can name it. We don't just name one player game in, game out. We name a myriad of players, and that speaks to this team, and this team is poised, if they can keep taking care of business, whether it be early in the game or thankfully like tonight, late in the game, they're poised to make some pretty a pretty big noise in the playoff picture.
Well, Coach, I do want to get one final word from you, but I would like to thank all of our sponsors tonight, Vera Bank, ABC Auto Parts for sponsoring our post-game show, Marketing with April, Longview Chamber of Commerce, East Texas Preferred Properties, Energy Weld Fab, Veteran Pride AC and Heat, Custom Graphics, Barwell Solutions, PDQ America, Texas Semi-Trailers, Sparkle Janitorial, Kilgore College, ABC Auto Parts, and M6 Drone Services. Thank you for your support of Pirate football. Coach, what's your final words on this game this evening?
Man, very proud. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of seniors that, again, it's the last time we're going to be in this booth, Mike, and calling their names out. And for them to grind out a win like tonight, that's the biggest thing for me is that, you know, number one, that they go out in the right way with a big-time win against a very familiar opponent in Lindale and a very well-coached opponent. I mean, it's one thing to get a victory and an easy victory at that, but to earn it like we did tonight, for those seniors, it means the most. I mean, you're talking about 23 seniors that were honored here tonight as far as the football team goes, and man, and some of the best kids, not the best football players. I mean, I'm talking about the best kind of kids, best kind of young men that are going to be great men once they get out there in society and do their part. So I'm very, very happy, very proud to be part of this school community, and definitely blessed to be able to come up here with you and Larry Mahan and call these games for them and do that service for them. So more than anything, just proud of them. I'm glad that they got to walk off this field with another dub, and look forward to next week and beyond.
Yeah, and I always do like to do this before. I usually like to do it before the game, but hit that like button for Larry Mahan and M6 Drone Services for making sure that this broadcast takes place, putting the Pine Tree Live team on. Thank you so much for that. And now we'll wrap this one up. Thank you, Pirate Nation, for your support of Pine Tree Athletics. Thank you to the faculty and staff, including Superintendent Steve Cluxton, High School Principal Beeper Krause, Head Football Coach Jason Bachman, Athletic Director Jacob Holder. Also, thank you to the Pine Tree Culinary Team for the wonderful food this evening. It was nice chicken parm sandwiches. A big thank you to our 2024 sponsors, including our postgame sponsor, ABC Auto Parts, and broadcast sponsor, Vera Bank. Thank you to the Pine Tree Live broadcast team of color commentator Coach Rocha, cinematographer Garrett Mahan, statistician Mitch Eggerman, and our engineer Larry Mahan with M6 Drones. We look forward to seeing you again next Friday to wrap up the regular season. The Pirates will be on the road in Palestine to face the Wildcats. This is Michael Clements Jr. signing off from Pirate Stadium in Longview, Texas. Ahoy, good night, go Pirates.
At ABC Auto Parts, what does parts and people you can trust really mean? It means our roots run deep in the communities where we live and do business. That our friendly expert staff is here for you, ready to go above and beyond to get the job done. And you can trust that ABC Auto Parts offers quality brand name parts in stock with competitive pricing, whether you shop online or in store. We are the parts and people you can trust.